especially last week. And welcome to Half the Distance Live. I am your host for this episode, Matty Fax. As always, joined by Scotty Stanton, a.k.a. Scotty Stats, and Brian the Professor. We're producerless tonight. No parents. Guess that means we're going to drink even heavier than usual, boys. If you have never joined us before, we like to call ourselves a barroom commentary podcast. That means we are the three fat assholes at the end of the bar that have been drinking all day and are going to talk shit on some football.
Yep.
We like to start out by handing out our koozies to use during the show. Each of us has two koozies, our least favorite team and our favorite team. If our favorite team won or hasn't played yet, we by default get to use our favorite team's koozie. So I'll be able to use the Bears koozie as they play tomorrow night versus the Commanders.
So, yes. No Green Bay.
Try to get revenge for the Fail Mary from last year. All right. Mr. Staten is a gigantic Giants fan, no pun intended, and he hates the Patriots. Doesn't matter, though, because his G-men said, fuck you, Philly. And
Philly.
whooped their ass on Thursday.
Philly.
We'll get into that momentarily. And the Professor is a Broncos fan who hates the Cowboys. His Broncos took it to a really bad team today. Doesn't really matter, though, because they won versus the Jets in London.
We beat the Eagles last week.
Very true.
It's even sweeter.
You
every
escaped
time
the trap game.
The Broncos win and the Cowboys lose the same weekend.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
even better.
and you escaped the trap game today. So
The what?
the trap game. Like, you just came off a big win. You're playing against a
yeah.
lesser team.
Yep.
That's usually where teams don't show
Yep.
up and they lose, and
Yeah.
you got out of it with a win. We have one toast on this show, and it's because we have a hatred for most commentators. You know, the Collinsworth,
Fuck 'em.
the Booger McFarland,
Oh, yeah, fuck 'em.
Yeah.
the
Both Collinsworths.
pretty much every ex-Cowboys player that is calling games. Although we do have a soft spot for Moose Johnston.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Moose Johnston also.
Yeah. Moose, yeah.
But also, of course, there is the final and absolute fuck you, fuck Joe Buck.
Fuck
Fuck
Joe
you.
Buck.
He's just the worst. All right.
But also, Matt, not all of them. Because there's some shining stars, like one Miss Erin Andrews. Put her in the booth.
It's not just because she looks good, guys.
No, she's fucking
She actually sounds
great.
intelligent and has questions and thoughts that I might find interesting more during the game,
Yeah.
especially more so than a Joseph Buck.
Yep.
Yeah. Put her in the booth.
Get her in the booth.
And I guarantee every 3 minutes she isn't going to make an anal sex joke or a blowjob joke by accident.
You mean the man beaters?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they say zone beaters, I'm just like, you're one type of coverage away from sounding awful again.
Came right up the middle and took one
Yeah.
on the chest.
Just look at the size of that hole there.
Yeah, there was one, it was on Thursday
Come on,
night, and it was
guys,
like,
come
he's come all over the field tonight. And you can just see Richard Sherman just like put his head down and turn and look, and he's trying not to die laughing. Oh, you announcers and all you halftime folks, you got to work on the phrases you use.
And I definitely don't envy that, because we celebrate those turns of phrases, if you will, because of the style that we get to do. So I don't envy having to. That being said, it is your fucking job that you're paid millions of dollars to do. So if you're going to be somewhat intentional with it, at least let's make a joke about it.
Yes.
And laugh about it on TV, and let's get over ourselves. So come on.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's jump into this week's games. On Thursday night, the Eagles traveled to New Jersey to take on the New York Giants. Excuse me. The Giants whooped them 34-17.
Shocking.
Jalen Hurts, 283 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 13 yards rushing to go with the touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 58 yards rushing. Dallas Goedert is somewhere still catching passes. He had 9 for 110 and a touchdown. A.J. Brown, 6 for 80. Devonta Smith, 4 for 49. Jordan Davis, fourth-year defensive tackle, 6 tackles, 2 for a loss and 1 sack. For the Giants, Jackson Dart, 195 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 58 yards rushing and a touchdown. Cam, skip it up, bop, bo, Scataboo.
You mean the Nature Boy, Cam Scataboo?
I was just trying to do a scat. I thought it was okay, though. That is how he seems to celebrate everything, though. I thought that was a pretty good scat. Jalen, I'm sorry.
I agree. Yes.
Wandale Robinson, 6 for 84 and a touchdown. Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Lil Jordan?
Out of University of Texas, 4 for 55. And Brian Burns, 7 tackles, 3 solo, 2 sacks. I will discuss this in a bit, but for now, you are the Giants fan on the show, so I'm going to give you the floor to discuss starting out.
I mean, wild overreaction, because I think this was a fantastic overperform by the Giants. and underperformed by the Eagles. I'm actually more impressed with the Giants' ability to stop the run. That being said, the run that Philadelphia is not doing, I don't believe by any means that Saquon Barkley is not able to do what he did last year. I don't think that anyone is scheming that differently against him. Like, they're just not running the plays for him, which is wild to me. Don't get me wrong. I mean, when you got Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert being able to catch passes, that's insane. But you had that fucking last year, too.
Yep.
He added A.J. Dillon, and I know he got hurt before leaving Green Bay, but I feel like that's a nice backup to Saquon Barkley because, like, as someone who just the ability, like, the runs you need someone just to plow through for 1 to 2 yards.
Yep.
He's a monster. They called him Quadzilla for a reason. His quads are bigger than Saquon's, who are impressively monstrous. I'm really disappointed in Philadelphia's rushing. That being said, there's a tone getting set in New York with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo. I saw a meme that said they interact like two pit bulls that love each other.
That one too.
Just like rubbing their heads and nuzzling together. Part of me doesn't want a chest thumping quarterback. You always want someone who maybe is a little bit more cerebral. That being said, he's a fresh ass rookie. If he needs a little of this chest bumpy attitude before he can hopefully settle in and mature, if this is the change of the culture, like, we're here to do it. You lost Malik Neighbors and still are having some decent and Darius Slayton, who as a wide receiver 3, I got no complaints, right? So now you're pitching to Wan'Dale Robinson, who I like a lot. Will Jordan, who I don't remember if he's a wide receiver or a big tight end or arguably both. I don't really like. He's a big wide receiver. I don't know if they play him at tight end at all. I don't, to be honest. But like, you know, we don't have a great receiving core with 2 of our starters out.
Yep.
But we're still moving the ball. Cam Scatterboo, though, like, that man is playing football, and it's funny because, like, we saw him do this in college, and as much as everyone respected him doing that in college, it was also like, yeah, but that's not against the grown-ass men of the NFL.
I was in that party until the last game he played in college.
But we're also seeing someone step up, and at the same time, like, just say, I'm here to ball, and I'm never going to quit. That's an attitude that when you just have just the right amount of skills behind you, it goes a lot longer. If injuries slow him down, then it's tougher to carry that. You have to be smarter when you play. But for right now, it's fucking electric. And to get a win over the Eagles, oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
98 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns and 2 catches for 12 yards. He's being used in every phase of the game at this point. His pass blocking's pretty good.
And his pass blocking, that's actually some of the better clips.
Yeah.
His pass blocking, like fucking Ram Man from here.
Pancake some fucking people.
Crazy.
Yeah. He's so fun to watch.
Doesn't quit, and he's out there all the time. This is setting a tone for a team that says, hey, listen, we're not great.
But we're going to play hard.
We're going to play fucking hard. So, and again, when they get ahead, their pass rush defense is really strong. I didn't expect them to do this against the Eagles, but that's exactly what you saw. Was they got ahead early and then just held up. They didn't. The Eagles didn't score the second half. They shut them down in the whole second half. Fuck yes.
Yep.
Love it. So I'm loving the attitude that I'm seeing. I definitely felt like I wanted Jackson Stark to sit a little bit longer. But you know what? He's off to a good start right now. I still think that it might have been better if the season was going to be a little bit healthier overall. It might have been nicer to have.
Would you prefer they still start Russell Wilson?
Well, so that's the thing. Is like if they had some better quarterbacks as leaders, it would have been nicer for Jackson Stark to sit and be able to watch and learn. But now if it's jumping the fucking deep end, bud, and he's ready to go, and their culture is like, yeah, we're all here to do this and fight scrappy, then okay, great.
Yeah.
Then now you're learning with real world experience. Don't get injured. Please don't get too fired up. I know that he did go into the tent for concussion protocol, and Russell Wilson was out for one play and did a bad job and got booed off the field.
Oh, I didn't know that, really.
To the point where Brian Daboll and Cam Scatterboo were ducking their heads in the tent being like, is he coming back from the next play or not? Because it was like we need a decision now. Like, is he coming back out or do we have to make a change? And there was a lot of criticism of that, but I can appreciate it. Like, we have the decision to make: is he coming back out or no? But they both went to check out.
Well, I also saw a thing from Dayball where apparently his outlook was they're not supposed to go into the tent at all in those situations, and he said something along those lines. He's like, "Listen, if I need to call a timeout, just let me know. I'll call a timeout to buy us more time.
Yeah.
I just need to know if it's even close enough to do that."
Yeah.
And to be fully frank, at this point with Russell Wilson, I don't know why they're not just putting Jameis in.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wilson has looked bad very bad in situations where you would hope a someone who's been in the league that long.
Yeah.
Like the Sunday night game.
A Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yes, the Sunday night game where on the fourth down he just heaved it out the back of the end zone
And just didn't
even try to get the ball to anyone.
Yeah.
Like, no, you cannot have that man on the field anymore. I don't think the team respects or thinks he is capable of winning.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. I honestly believe they're holding Jameis as a trade piece, and it's like the more he doesn't play, because everyone knows exactly who Jameis Winston is. You don't need to say, oh, but here's what he did this year in his limited snaps, which is
especially if it's a bad game.
Never indicative. Like, so they're just holding off on him for like a late season. Like once it's, well, we got what, 1 or 2 more weeks.
No, the trade deadline I think is another few weeks. I think it's in November.
Okay, yes, but so I feel like they're holding off on that.
I'm pretty sure. I'll have to double check.
Yeah.
But listen, the Eagles, their fans were like, at the beginning of the season, were clamoring, when are we going to throw the ball? When are we going to throw the ball? When are we going to throw?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've thrown the ball 2 weeks in a row now. Mm-hmm. You're 0-2. Mm-hmm. How about we get back to doing what we know we do well, and then build the offense out from there?
Yeah.
Because this trying to pass first is not working for them.
And it's an absolute waste. Like what Saquon Barkley did last year, we were all so fucking pumped for it. As a Giants fan, I was pumped to see the level of success
what he was capable of.
The level of success that he had. And to watch him get wasted this year, I fucking hate it.
I guess he lost that big chip.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Nope. He had 12 carries.
I think
this week
part of it
for 4.8, but like that's like 4.8 those are fine numbers.
Yeah,
those are fine numbers.
He didn't have a single breakout,
but I feel like what he's been doing this year, they're not giving him the right looks. Like I don't know, I honestly don't know what's changed, and maybe I'm totally wrong with it. But
it's a brand new offensive coordinator.
But 3.4, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, good. 3.4 yards per carry on average this year, like. Come on,
Yep.
that's so
they were
that's
smoking
so tough.
dudes last year.
Yeah.
Last year he was averaging 5.8.
Yep. He's only 4.8 now.
Season
3.4 on this
3.4. That's
this
bad.
year. Yep.
All right. So, congratulations to the G-Men. We're going to move on to the next game, which the other host of this show is really going to like a lot. The Broncos and the Jets took a look at the games that had been occurring in Europe so far this season, and they were like, man, those are really good games. Europe doesn't get those very often. And they're not going to get one today either.
Let's give them what they were due.
But the Broncos did win 13-11. Bo Nix, 174 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 24 yards rushing. J.K. Dobbins, 40 yards rushing. Evan Ingram, 5 catches for 42. Marvin Mims Jr., 2 for 30. Adkins, 2 for 23 and a touchdown. Broncos defense had 9 sacks. There was a niner in there, in case you were questioning. For the Jets, Justin Fields had 45 yards passing and 31 yards rushing. With those 9 sacks tacked in, it took him to a total of negative 10 passing yards, a all-time worst for the Jets. Breece Hall, 59 yards rushing. Reynolds, 3 catches for 25 yards. Garrett Wilson, 3 for 13. Their linebacker, Jamie Sherwood, though, 13 tackles, 6 solo. I thought that was pretty good. The least amount of passing yards ever in a win, I looked this up because the Jets were winning at one point. The Redskins had negative 3 passing yards and beat the Steelers 23-14 in 1955.
Wow.
Now, of the top 25 least passing yards in a game, I looked up the most recent one. and it was like number 20 or 21. The Patriots had 19 yards passing from Mac Jones on December 6th, 2021, and beat the Josh Allen-led Bills.
Wow.
14-10.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. I started looking into it, and I started going down like the rabbit hole. Like, there's 2 Bills games on there in the top 25. There's 2 Bears games. There's a Giants game. There's a Broncos game. Like, all of our teams are on that list somewhere.
Yeah.
But as I started looking down, I was like, this is ugly. These are ugly stats. Anyway, that all being said, I want to give the floor now to you, being the Broncos fan, Professor, and see what your thoughts are.
So, I mean, I don't know if it was the hangover from beating the Eagles, or if it was, beating the Eagles and then seeing the Giants demolish the Eagles, and like, oh, fuck, maybe we're not that good. And then, like, flying over to Europe, waking up early, I don't know. Offense was not clicking at all, but, I mean, their defense has been stellar all season. Top 3 in every stat line all season. Their 2 losses were last-second field goals. So, like, they were really close to being a 6-0 team, but watching that game this morning, like, oh my God, like, yeah. Bo Nix could not do anything right. J.K. Dobbins could not find a fucking hole to run through. It was just trash. It was, I forget what game we were watching a couple of years ago. We were just started doing the punt fest. That punt. It was like that. I was like, every time I fucking looked up, punt. God damn it, punt,
So, I love that the NFL is taking games outside the United States. I think it's fantastic.
Too. Yeah.
There will be a team in London at some point.
I think it's fantastic. But they need to figure out, if you're going to keep doing this, you need to figure out travel schedules better. Because as if you've ever traveled across time zones of, like, endless, it could just be crossing the United States.
Yeah, even like right? Coast to coast.
Like, jet lag is a real thing. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of ways to combat it. Like, there's technologies that work. Like, there's people that, like, the blue light mats that you can, like, wrap around yourself, so, like, it helps put like certain like sunlight rays on you. Like the NFL is so goddamn rich. These teams are so goddamn rich. They need, and for all the things they do in sports science, I feel like most of the time we see bad football play when they cross the pond. And it sucks because, like, and when you think about, okay, so the Broncos, with their 9 sacks, 8 different players.
Yeah, that was the other thing. No one had more than one.
Yeah, it was like Benito got 5. Yeah,
everyone had, like, there was a couple guys with 0.5 and a bunch of guys with 1.
There's a 1.5 and a 0.5.
Okay, there was one. Okay.
Everyone else was solo. There was 6 solos and a 1.5 and a half.
You know what that reminds me of? A buffet table.
Oh yeah, right.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, everybody gets some.
Everyone got a taste of Justin Fields.
You get a sack, and you get a sack, and you. I can't. I'm not gonna do that 9 times.
But all right. So, but when we talk about the skill positions, to like, it sounds like defense doesn't matter at skill positions, and that isn't really the case.
Some of these are coverage sacks.
Exactly. That being said, there's something about putting in effort goes a lot further. Pure effort goes a lot further on defense than it does on offense. Because on offense, those timing things, especially when you're looking downfield, where you're running with your back to the play and you have to run exactly this many seconds and cut at exactly this time, because if you don't, it's going to look like the quarterback overthrew, underthrew, whatever. And as a wide receiver or a tight end or whoever's running those routes, it looks like it's on you because the quarterback's putting it exactly where they're supposed to with a little modification based on what they see downfield. But that's so much timing, and those are the things that are going to get fucked up with jet lag. So I want to see that change because, like, we've had some better ones, but, like, most of the time it seems like they're not good games on offense.
So here's my question about that, though. This morning it was a 9:30 kickoff, right? And I believe that was like 2:30 British time. Why not just move it to 1 o'clock and have it be a 6 o'clock fucking British kickoff?
Yeah, like make it a night game.
Make it a night game in London, but make it a 1 o'clock kickoff for the regular. Because that way, at least, even if you are jet lagged, the time you're playing is similar and your body's used to it. Mm-hmm. Like, how many people actually have NFL Network or are waking up at 9:30 here, or God forbid you live in LA, 6:30 in the fucking morning to watch that? Who's doing that?
I can remember the last time that I had jet lag, traveling to work, to travel to Italy for work, and it was a Friday, and everything was done, and I had the day to myself. I had a day all to myself to spend in Italy, and I couldn't drag my ass out of bed until noon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that night, as I'm winding down and it's hitting me so hard, it felt like someone's sitting on your chest.
Yeah.
You're wiped out, and then then I couldn't get up until noon.
Yeah.
It's a real physical and mental thing.
Absolutely.
This is the peak of sports. Do better with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you are going to have a team in London at some point, which they want, and you're running across this problem, that team is going to be 9-8 or some shit every fucking year, because they're never going to win when they travel to the States because of the same fucking issue.
Yeah. Well, no, their trip to the States are gonna be like a 3-week trip. You know?
That's a pretty good idea actually. Do a
Yeah.
nice long road trip and
Right.
just stay in a nice hotel.
Right.
And, yeah.
But
Well, what they should do is what we talked about before to get that Super Bowl Monday off. Like extend the schedule by adding
Yeah.
another bye week. If there's a team in London and a team in Germany, and you fly and you play back to back, week after week,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you have a bye week.
Yeah.
Or you have the bye week before and then back to
Yeah,
back.
get nice
Like,
and rested.
Either way, like,
Sure.
and then every team would be going over there.
yes.
And you could really build a fan base for any
Right.
one of the NFL
See,
franchises.
because the reality is one expansion team doesn't do shit. You
No.
need
Yeah, you need two.
to
you need two. Yeah.
Put them both in Europe. Great.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind, we already have teams that can't get an offensive line together with 32 teams. You go to 34, I might be finding new places to get fucking offensive linemen from. And quarterbacks, for that
Well,
matter.
Maybe we go to the football relegation. Wow, relegation.
Hey,
Like, sorry, Dolphins, you don't exist this
but
season.
you need a farm league to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah. You'd actually have to have fewer. You'd have to have fewer in the pure NFL to do that, though.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd have to scale that back. That being said, that would be...
That'd be fun as
that
shit,
could,
though.
Yeah, you know what? Like, that could kind of be fun.
No more tanking for a draft pick.
Yeah, no shit. For the first of today's games in the United States, the Browns went to Pittsburgh and did exactly what you would imagine the Browns would do. Nothing. Steelers won this 23-9.
Not
I will say
initially.
Dylan
Not
Gabriel
initially.
looked... It's not looking bad
Yeah,
for a
it
third
started
round
out fairly
draft
close,
pick.
yeah.
221 yards passing. Judkins could not get going today. 36 yards rushing. Harold Fannin Jr. 7 for 81. I will say it again. Bowling Green should have gotten the Mackey Award for the best tight end in football last year.
Yeah.
Jerry Jeudy 5 for 43. David Njoku 3 for 28. For the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers had 235 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Jalen Warren came back from injury for 52 yards rushing, 2 catches for 11. DK Metcalf 4 for 95 and a touchdown. Darnell Washington, who is a tight end out of Georgia, it's his third year. All 6'7", 270 pounds of Darnell Washington at tight end. Had 3 catches for
Jesus.
62 yards. And Johnny Smith, 3 catches for 18 yards. The Steelers had 6 sacks. Jalen Ramsey had 6 tackles, 4 solo, and 2 of those sacks. The Steelers' defense came through to play today against the Browns. The Browns' defense, you can only carry a team for so long. You can only be on the field for so long in a season before you start to wear down. And the Browns' offense they couldn't get the running game going against the Steelers. And the Steelers are starting to look like the team that's going to win the North.
You can't.
Or not. They have been looking like they're 5-1, and the Ravens are not coming back right now.
Only 4-1. They.
Oh, I'm sorry. 4-1. They had their bye week.
Yeah, but Jalen Warren makes a difference.
He does.
When you don't have that deep of a team, especially at rushing, that's who you need. So yeah.
Yeah, like Kenneth Gainwell's not going to carry the fucking team. You know?
Yeah. He's definitely making the difference for him. Not that he was like overly impactful today, but like
You know what, though? Warren
that's what they needed. That's
Warren,
exactly
for
what they
being a
needed.
guy, though, who was like the change of pace for the last couple of years behind Najee Harris. And I think it was a 6th-round draft pick. Has proven to be a heck of a player for the Steelers this year. Really coming through for them. I don't know that the Steelers are any better than the 9-7 team that I think of them as. But in the AFC North this year, they're going to end up probably being. You know what? They probably are better than.
They're probably going to get more than
They're
9.
probably
Yeah.
they'd probably be 10-7 because 9-8 would have been their record. My
Yep.
apologies. But yeah, at this point, playing in that division, I don't see how the Steelers are going to get caught right now.
Yeah. Well,
I know a lot can change. Don't get me wrong, but
let's
the Bengals are not getting better. The Browns are not getting better on offense.
Let's take a
The
little...
Ravens' defense is the question. Can they get back? And can their offense get back on track when
get
Lamar
back?
comes
Yeah.
back?
Well, let's do some counting. Look into the future. Ready? We're gonna count wins. All right.
Who are we talking about?
The
Steelers?
Steelers.
For the Steelers. Ready?
Okay.
They got the Bengals.
They can beat them.
They can win
All
that.
right. Packers.
Nope.
Colts.
Nope.
Chargers.
Nope.
Maybe.
Maybe. But are
Maybe.
we giving it a count or no?
Chargers
Hold on.
without their 2 starting tackles with J.J. Watt.
Let me-
I'm giving the Steelers a full chance.
Let me
in that one.
throw a second hand up and give them the potential over here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bengals.
Yeah.
Another win.
Yeah.
Bears.
Yep.
They have a chance.
Let's throw other hand. Bills.
No.
Ravens.
They have a chance.
If they get their shit together,
If Lamar
back.
Jackson is
Yeah.
not back,
Right.
but if the defense is still as bad as it has been,
This is far enough down though.
Yeah.
Let's assume I'm gonna say that Lamar's back because we're far enough down the line, right?
Okay.
Dolphins.
yes.
Okay. Lions.
No.
Browns again,
Yes.
and then Ravens.
Yes. Again, depending on Lamar Jackson.
Right. So we've got 4. They're already 4-1. We've got 4 that we feel confident on. 2 that we're not sure of.
And if they could squeak one of those other ones out there at 10 wins.
That's a 10-win team. Yeah.
Right. So all they need to do is one that we're not sure of. There they are. Like to get their winning season and also one. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's all there for them. Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be like beginning of the season looking at like that division like no they're gonna be the bottom of the fucking barrel
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
division is just
Yeah.
collapsing.
It really is. Okay. The Chargers traveled to Miami and took one away from the Dolphins. Justin Herbert, 264 yards. I'm sorry, Chargers won 29-27. Justin Herbert, 264 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Kamani Vidal, 124 yards rushing, 3
Yeah.
receptions for 14 yards and a touchdown. Ladidi Makiki, 7 catches, 100 yards and a touchdown. Aronde Gadsden II of the Minnesota Gadstons.
The Minnesota Gadsden.
7 catches for 68. Allen, 4 for 22. For the Dolphins, Tua turned back into turn the ball over. 205 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Devin Achane, I believe 13 or 14 carries for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns.
16 carries.
16, okay.
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle, 6 for 95 and a touchdown. Julian Hill, 3 for 31. I think Tua just saw Hill on a jersey and was like, he's here.
Yeah. Go.
And Waller
Well,
continues out of retirement, 2
What's-
for 12 and a touchdown.
Why is he a bigger target? Okay, I'll throw to him.
Yeah. He doesn't look as fast, but fuck it, I can put touch on a 10-yard
Is
pass.
Tyreek Hill on Tyreek Hill's shoulders? I'll throw to him.
In a trench coat.
The Dolphins did take the lead with less than about a minute left. Waller got his touchdown. The Chargers had just signed Nyheim Hines, returned a kick, gave him a really nice field position. They were able to drive to get the game-winning field goal. But the Chargers are still without both starting offensive tackles. They're without their top 2 running backs right now. Quentin Johnson didn't play today. This was a game for the Dolphins to steal a win.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's more Harbaugh's coaching or that problem that Tua was talking about today in the post-game conference where everyone's giving him shit for it now, where he said, we're having players-only meetings, so people still aren't doing things right. Now, I don't mind the fact he called them out in public, because if they've already had players-only meetings and they still aren't playing hard, fuck them. But I would like to hear what y'all's thoughts are.
I want to do a quick run-through about their performance over these past games. Okay? Their first game of the season was a 33-8 loss to the Colts. That was also when everyone went, God damn, Daniel Jones has got a motherfucking arm on him, and who the fuck are the Colts?
Do you know how many punts they forced in that game against the Colts? None.
None. Yeah, that was that first game was insane. That being said, okay. Then they lost 33-27 to the Patriots. 31-21 to the Bills. They beat the Jets 27-21. They lost 27-24 to the Panthers. 29-27 to the Chargers.
They're giving them on average like 27 points a game.
They sure are. They're giving up a lot of points. But they're also keeping it...
That's except for the Colts game. Those are all close.
They're keeping it competitive.
Even if there's like a garbage score at the end, it's
They're
not
keeping
a
it
blowout.
competitive. But I will say, these past 2 weeks without Tyreek Hill, I feel like their offense has been better. And that's fucking wild to say. If a part of what they're having is this motivation issue, and then you lose Tyreek Hill, I'm not trying to say this that he's a toxic personality. Well, he could be. I'm not saying that. Sometimes when the teams lose a marquee player and they have that up next mentality, that can be beneficial a lot.
Yeah.
And it feels like these past 2 weeks they've played a different style of football in losses, but they played a different style of football, and it was a better style of football. I still think McDaniels is on the hot seat. I still question his ability to be a head coach. The culture is obviously at question right now. If they can figure out how to recognize that these past 2 weeks especially, are moral victories and you're doing the right thing, then I think we can keep seeing competitive football. Mm-hmm. The problem is they've got to go against the Browns defense next week. They've got the Falcons that are solid on both sides. Not great on both sides, but solid on both sides. Mm-hmm. And then the Ravens that their defense is lacking, but their offense with Lamar is awesome. And then the Bills, and then the Commies. So they've got a fucking gauntlet before they've got like Saints, Jets, Steelers, Bengals. But like,
yeah, they can come out of that gauntlet 2-2. You know,
if they can get a couple wins in there. That being said, they have the ability just to keep like dropping losses. If I'm reading this right, and there is a bit of a mentality shift, hopefully that's the right thing. I am on board with Tua calling out the team at a press conference, because if they've had those meetings, multiple meetings, players only, and you're not changing, then guess what? Now we're talking about you in the press because I take the heat and you don't. Guess what? I'm not willing. Like, now I'm putting it on blast. Now they all have to react to him saying that.
Yep.
And they got to take that positive, channel that the right way. I want to see the Dolphins be competitive because, let's be honest, Devin Achane is a motherfucking monster.
It's his first 100-yard game of the season.
But he's a monster. He's so fucking good, right? Ollie Gordon.
They need to give him more touches.
2 carries.
The problem to me is that Achane is not someone that can handle 20 carries a game. He's not built that way. Ollie Gordon is. He is the thunder for the Thunder Lightning that they need.
Yes, exactly. And they don't have a ton on receiving.
No.
But Jalen Waddle's great. You get your tight ends involved. Like, Darren Waller is still there. You've got some other good, like, Julian Hill. I don't know how great he is, but, like Devin Achane is actually great hands. You know, Ollie Gordon seems to be okay hands. Like, Westbrook Akine is still kicking around. Like, you don't need him for everything, but like, they're there.
He's good for deep shots.
They're there, you know? I would like to see them, like, keep this minor momentum that I think I'm seeing. Because I want them to continue to be competitive. And not competitive in losses. Let's get a couple more wins. Let's get a couple more wins. Competitive in losses, that's a tough thing to maintain. And I'm not convinced that McDaniels has the right culture in there for them to be able to weather good losses.
I agree with that. A team that finally showed some competitive spirit today. The Cardinals took on the Colts. They lost, but they lost 31-27 and took it down to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they did.
Jacoby Brissett stepped in for Kyler Murray and had a very good passing game with this same lineup that Murray's had. 320 yards passing, 2 touchdowns and interception. Bam Knight got the start at running back, had 34 yards rushing and a touchdown. Michael Carter, 34 yards rushing also. Zay Jones, 5 catches for 79. Trey McBride, 8 for 72 and a touchdown. Wilson, 4 for 44. Marvin Harrison Jr. was starting out really nice, had 2 for 32, and then got a concussion and had to leave the game. For the Colts, Daniel Jones, 212 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 20 yards rushing and a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 123 yards rushing and a touchdown. Tyler Warren, 6 for 63 and a touchdown. Alec Pierce, 2 for 48. Josh Downs, 6 for 42 and a touchdown. Pittman only 2 for 20, but then you had Kwity Paye, defensive end out of Michigan, 7 tackles, 3 solo, 2 sacks. The Colts had a team that came into this game absolutely wanting and needing a win, and were able to weather the storm. Jonathan Taylor ran right behind Quentin Nelson in the fourth quarter to just ice this fucking game. The Colts are great this year. They are 5-1 now. It is their best start since 2009 with Peyton Manning.
Holy shit.
See if you can guess what their record was. If you already know, don't tell me. See if you can guess what their record was that year when they finally lost a game.
Oh, did they go 9-0?
More.
11?
More.
14.
14-0.
Holy shit.
Yep. So 5-1. Best start since 2009. So good on you, Colts. And good on you, Daniel Jones. What are y'all's thoughts on this game?
This is the scrap that I've been begging to see from the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been talking about how their culture shift has been disappointing.
Wow. That was almost a disaster.
That was amazing.
For those of y'all that don't know, we're actually watching the game right now. It was a wildcat formation the Lions had on the goal line against the Chiefs.
I don't know who passed it.
It was Gibbs, I think, that passed the ball, took the snap, passed the ball out to Goff, who caught it and ran into the end zone for a touchdown.
But he caught it off the back. Watch this.
Oh, wait, that was Montgomery. That was David Montgomery, yeah.
Oh,
Like it bounced off the
Look
back.
at the block by
it.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yep. Oh, it's so fucking cool.
All right, sorry about that.
That's the
that was
second
a near
passing touchdown for Montgomery
fumble.
this season.
Yeah, it is.
recovered it.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
recovered it off that Chiefs defender. Oh, I love it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice play.
And like quarterbacks aren't known for having hands to do that, so.
Yeah. Well, he clearly didn't have hands for it. He got lucky as fuck.
Oh, that's
Damn.
great.
Damn.
Sometimes better be lucky than good.
Yep.
What is the difference between Jacoby Brissett and Kyler Murray?
Apparently, Brissett's not afraid to throw it downfield and spread it around to what
wait.
97 fucking receivers.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say half a foot, but okay. We're like downfield vision. Kyler Murray. I'm wondering if he's about to lose his starting spot.
I mean, 320 yards and you almost beat a fucking raging Colts
Oh,
team.
by the way, Colts with good defense.
Yeah, like
Yes.
holy
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
You know?
And
I'd be sweating. I wouldn't
and-
turn on that Xbox tonight.
and you were missing player. You're
He's
missing
almost beaten Borderlands 4.
You're missing your 2 running backs.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And well, it's hard to call Harrison Jr. your top receiver when you're not targeting him, but like
He is.
He is. Trey McBride is arguably their top receiver as a tight end.
He is,
but-
stat wise, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But like Zay Jones finally had a really good game.
Yeah. Yeah. And Zay Jones has always been nice. Like his time on the Ravens
Yeah.
was solid,
Yeah.
you know. So, or no, was it? Wait,
No, he was with the Jags. For
it
a
was
while.
with the
Jags,
Jags. Sorry,
yeah.
I'm thinking of Zay
He was
Flowers.
solid, though. On the Colts side of the ball, Jonathan Taylor is having a remarkable year. Mm-hmm. It helps out with the running game when you actually have a quarterback that is semi-decent. One weird thing, before this game...
That's going to be my just the worst.
Oh, never mind. We'll talk about it later then. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But as far as the Colts go, I don't really know. This offense is so balanced.
So
There's so many options when they get to the goal line. Because, by the way, Tyler Warren also could take direct snaps and do the wildcat and do all that shit like he
Yeah.
did in college.
But by the way, I wanted to point out, like, pulling up their wide receiver stats. So, right, here we are in their 6th game, right?
Yep.
Tyler Warren is their leading receiver with 307.
Yep.
Pittman, 273. Josh Downs, 175. Alec Pierce, 171. Adonai Mitchell, 137.
Should have another touchdown, too.
Yeah, true. And then Jonathan Taylor, 133. Like, you're trying to tell me that Pittman and Pierce, like, are not clearly their top 2? Pittman has under 300? Like, what do we, like, but 1,500 yards total, and it just spread around like that.
Until they have to really open the offense up. Why would they show their hand at what else they can do?
Yep.
Well, we were talking about like with the last game we were watching, like Baker Mayfield is like, you know, spreading around like Tom Brady. It doesn't matter who's out there. It doesn't matter if you like got picked up from the practice squad on Monday.
If you're open.
If you're open, I'm gonna throw it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And like the Colts are kind of doing the same kind of thing. It's like,
I'm all
and as
about
long
it.
as everyone is on board with it, like, oh, this gets us a win.
Something weird happened that was not actually a touchdown on that throw.
Oh, I didn't see a flag.
I didn't either. Maybe it was a timeout called beforehand. I don't know. So the Colts absolutely dominating the AFC South right now, and I don't think any of us saw that one coming.
No.
Oh no.
Rather impressive.
Oh no.
I thought the Texans were going to have a much better year after like dipping down a little bit. Like, nope.
Yeah. The Seahawks traveled to Jacksonville today, and they said, "Shut the fuck up, Duval." Seahawks 20-12. Sam Darnold 275 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Walker 34 yards rushing. Zach Charbonnet 24 yards rushing. Jackson Smith and Jigba 8 catches, 162 yards and a touchdown. Tight end Barner 3 for 71. Cooper Kupp 2 for 40 and a touchdown. Drake Thomas 9 tackles, 2 solo, 1 sack for the Jags. Trevor Lawrence 258 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Etienne 27 yards rushing to go with 4 catches for 28. Brian Thomas Jr. 8 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown, and a very unfortunate drop on a third down that could have given them a nice drive to try to get more points. Tim Patrick 1 for 26 and a touchdown. After that big win for the Jags, this is a huge letdown against a very good team. It turns out.
Yep.
The Seahawks are looking like they knew exactly what they were doing, getting rid of Geno Smith and bringing in Sam Darnold.
Yeah, yeah.
And their defense is starting to really look good.
And the Jags played pretty well, but you can't, when you're starting to build momentum and you get sacked.
Yep.
And then you get a long third down, and then you get sacked, and you can't do anything with that. And I was just, I never thought I'd say Seattle's defense won that game for them against the Jags.
So a lot of people talking about Puka Nacua and how he was on pace to do almost 2,000 yards. He's on pace to be the highest receiving yards, which is also pretty special because the current 1 and 2 were also fed by the same quarterback.
Yep. And Matt Stafford loves highlighting a wide receiver.
Yep. But after today, Puka Nacua is sitting at 616 yards total.
What's Smith and Jigma at?
669.
Nice.
He's having an excellent year. They are looking like a lot of the moves they made on offense were wise. The DK Metcalf trade, I was very much questioning why they would give up someone. Now, granted, for the contract number he wanted, made sense in the end, and JSN is stepping in seamlessly.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's fucking fast as hell. And it's like, and it's always nice to have a speedster, right? Who's going up against your outside of your main receiver. That pure speedster, right? Because you can't just let him get open.
Yeah.
But how many times is there someone who's just so fucking fast and their hands are just a B+?
Yep.
Right? Or a B. When you've got someone who's that fucking fast and his hands are an A.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit. And DK Metcalf, his hands were an A+. But as big and gigantic as he was great as an end zone back. He was great in a lot of other times where it required just being taller and stronger than everyone.
Oh, now they have Cooper Kupp for that.
But as your primary, that's right. It's not always the best case scenario.
Yeah.
And it feels like that's how, and it worked so long, and it worked well for a while. But man, now you're finding he might have been underutilized when Metcalf was there.
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe it was once it was his time.
It was, yeah.
And then he stepped up and it's holy shit, we didn't realize, we didn't recognize completely that giving him every opportunity, he is that much better.
Well, when he was at Ohio State, he was considered the best wide receiver there, and that was a team that had Garrett Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. And I can name a bunch of first.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah,
they had an absolutely ridiculous receiver core there, and he was the top one. Let's talk about two teams I don't know what the fuck they are this year. The Cowboys went to Carolina and lost to the Panthers 30-27. Dak Prescott had a great game, 261 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Javonte Williams slowed down today, finally, 29 yards rushing. George Pickens was not slowed down, 9 catches for 168 yards and a touchdown. Ferguson, 3 catches for 33 and a touchdown. Flournoy, 3 for 30 for the Panthers. Bryce Young, 199 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, an interception. I'm not really going to give him credit for that interception because, well, it bounced right off the hands of a wide receiver and got picked off. Rico Dowdle, 183 yards rushing, 4 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown. Led the team in rushing and receiving yardage. Tommy Tremble, 4 for 39. Tet McMillan, 3 for 29 and 2 touchdowns. How bad is the Cowboys' defense?
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. Obviously, Rico Dowdle doing whatever the fuck he wants. That is not on my bingo card. It's not on my bingo card.
That was nice to see
at all. But just him doing whatever, that's the leading receiver of the game too. Come on, what the fuck, man? It's crazy.
Save some pussy for the rest of us.
Yeah. I did like after last week though, when he had his 200 yards rushing in that game. He even went to the media and tell the Dallas defense to get ready. I'm coming.
And
he
maybe
delivered.
if they tried to prepare, but I'm so glad for him because last year we said nothing but I haven't seen someone run that hard every single time. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe this year one of the few other examples would be Scattaboo.
Yes.
But Rico Dowdle is out there fucking running for his dinner every goddamn time. And he's finding a groove that I'm just loving. Because you can't, I don't care what side of the field you root for, but someone like that, you're fuck yes. That's you love seeing that in football. Someone having their Because we're like when they got rid of Zeke 3 years ago, and it's like, and you Rico Dowdle? Really? I know I said that. I 100% said that.
I know all three of us said that.
I 100% shit on that man.
Yep. You can't fill those shoes that quickly.
Right? And then we were impressed. I'm like, all right, maybe he isn't the greatest, but man, he's running for his life. Well, clearly he's found something, or they're scheming properly for exactly how he plays. Who knows? Whatever it is, I'm loving his time in the sun. I'm loving the fact that the Panthers at 3-3 have a better record than the Cowboys at 2-3-1. Oh, shame!
Oh, I love that. I love it.
Technically, though, they are still a better record than the Giants at 2-4. I don't care. Minor wins.
As far as Rico Dowdle goes, I agree. Like I said last week, you may have someone that plays as hard as he does, but I don't think you're going to find anyone on your team that plays harder.
Yes, yeah.
And that, to me, is about the best thing you can say about any player. You know what? This is one of those guys who the measurements have never worked for him in the NFL. No one ever thought he was going to be very good in the NFL, and he just plays fucking hard, and it is great to see.
Mm-hmm.
George Pickens on the other side of the ball, or on the other team, I should say, he is putting himself into an absolutely massive contract in the offseason. This is his last year of his rookie contract. He is lighting it up without CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
I don't know that the Cowboys will be able to sign him to the amount of money he will likely want.
Yeah.
And I know that I give praise to the Steelers a lot for getting rid of players at the right time, but it kind of feels like maybe, just maybe, they should have held on to this one.
Maybe. I think the Steelers are in this weird, shitty rebuild. Like, it's not as obvious as what they're trying to do.
Yeah. I don't think he wanted to be there to figure out who's my next quarterback going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Like his quarterback has been not a reflection of his ability to catch.
I'm going to say this. I think the Cowboys are going to fucking fumble it. The best thing they can do is trade him for some fucking collateral.
They would have to trade him this season.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And I think
if they stack up those draft picks though,
I think they could.
If they end up with 3 first, 3 second. Oh fuck!
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be scary shit. That's what Jones is probably trying to do.
And I think that's the right way to do it because you have CeeDee Lamb and he's when
he's healthy, he's great.
Exactly. And I'm no way am I to say that Pickens is better than him.
No,
the way he's playing is incredible. But if you can keep them as a 1-2 punch, but you've already overpaid so much. Not overpaid, but you've stacked top players in too high of a cost.
Yeah.
You can't go to Bengals territory.
No, they waited too long to sign both Dak and CeeDee to their extension.
Exactly.
And it cost them. Yeah.
Yes, it cost them a lot of money.
But so now, George Pickens can go somewhere else and light it up. And I think they can get a lot of capital for him.
You don't think he'd look good in a Carolina Panthers uniform?
I mean,
I think he'd look great in Broncos orange.
Well, there you go. Then we go to the 3 late window games. Not a whole lot of games today because 2 Monday night and buys. But the Tennessee Titans travel to Las Vegas, and the Raiders got a win. They won it 20-10.
Yeah.
Cam Ward, though, looked pretty good. I know this team is still struggling, but 222 yards passing, a touchdown, interception. I'm not going to talk trash on the number 1 overall pick on this game. Tony Pollard, 34 yards rushing. Tyjae Spears, 31 yards rushing. Van Jefferson, 4 catches for 75. Chig Okonkwo, 6 for 46. Alec Ayamanor, 3 for 25. And Simmons, defensive tackle, had another good game. He had a good game last week, too. 6 tackles, 4 solo, and a sack. For the Raiders, Geno Smith, 174 yards passing, 1 touchdown, another interception. I believe he's leading the league in those right now. Ashton Jeanty, 75 yards rushing and a touchdown to go 2 catches. Trey Tucker, 5 for 70. Backup tight end Michael Mayer starting today because Bowers is out. 5 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. Jacoby Myers, 4 for 39. And linebacker Devin White, 9 tackles, 5 solo, 1 sack. Not the prettiest game by the Raiders. I never felt like it was out of their possession, though. They got the lead early.
Yeah.
And just held on to it. This is a game you're supposed to win. And they did.
Yep.
Two 1-win teams.
Yes.
Actually,
the Titans could really use George Pickens.
Yeah, that's very true.
yeah.
Cam Ward.
Yeah, give Cam someone to fucking throw to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cam Ward, like, hopefully he can take this as one of those moral victories. This was a good, even with the interception, good game on his part.
He was batted around the whole game.
6 sacks, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
And like 13 knockdowns, and just like he was under attack the whole game.
Yeah.
And like still a good game. Like
Yes.
he's NFL ready.
Mm-hmm.
He does not back down. He also tells it like he is. Like when they ask him how the team's looking, he pretty much gives the answer of "We are straight ass."
Yeah.
And he doesn't lie about it, and that's fine because you know what, you are. But you're the number 1 overall pick that went to the worst team in the league.
That's what happens.
You have to be honest about what you are, at least with yourself.
Oh, and Jesus Christ, like receiving Van Jefferson is how old?
Well traveled.
Yeah. yeah. And then who else is out there?
Chigakonkwo.
Yeah.
Alec Ayomanor is the highest
Right.
drafted wide receiver out for this past.
Like, come on, like-
Calvin Ridley's there, who's
Got
how
hurt
old?
today.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw
Right.
that, like I always forget, like, oh yeah, he's still playing.
No, they have Tyler Lockett too.
Also, don't forget Calvin Ridley. I know he's only on his second contract, but he was old when he came into the league. Like he's over 30, I think.
I mean, yes. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
He will be 31 in December.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
He was like 24 or 25 when he
Yeah,
came out of
yeah.
Georgia.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely
and
crazy.
and then also Tyler Lockett, just
Timeless.
It's 33.
It's just sad.
You know,
Like,
Yeah.
just let it go, dude. Come on.
No. Listen, hey, if you can be out there and you're the right guy to be out there competitive, great. But at the same time, that's their receiver.
Yeah, that's their
room.
receiver.
I also
core,
don't
yeah.
mind having like he would be good with if you added a Pickens or someone. A Lockett type would be good because as a veteran, he can show the younger players how to prepare for the games, how to watch
Yeah,
film, all those things. I like having a
Yeah,
player
yeah,
like that
yeah.
on the team.
He can. We don't know if he does.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is the question.
Yeah.
That is absolutely the question. The 19ers traveled to Tampa Bay to take on the Bucks. San Francisco lost 30-19. Mac Jones, 347 yards passing, but 2 interceptions. Christian McCaffrey continues a not so good start to the season running the ball, 54 yards rushing. Did get a touchdown to go with 7 catches for 57 yards. Kendrick Bourne, 5 catches for 142 yards. Tonga, 6 for 58. Unfortunately for the 19ers today, Fred Warner was carted off with a lower leg injury. The way his foot was looking sideways, I was guessing the tib-fib fracture,
Nice.
or at least a dislocation in the lower leg. Those are nasty. He'll be out for the rest of the year
And-
if that is what occurred, and that is a fucking shame because that is one of the
gonna
best
say-
defenders in the
I was
league.
gonna say Fred Warner. That hurts for them.
Also,
so
by the
bad,
way,
so.
as he was being carted off with an air cast on his leg, cheering on his teammates and trying to get him hyped
Oh,
up,
yeah.
as a
Oh,
leader
yeah.
should.
Yeah.
I just really like seeing that. On the other side of the field, an absolute leader, Baker Mayfield, 256 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Also had a fantastic pickup of a first down on a 3rd and 14 where he scrambled, ran through some tackles, fought for every yard, and stretched out to get the first down. I was very impressed by that one. Rashad White, 65 yards rushing and a touchdown to go 3 catches for 21 yards. Another Syracuse shout-out. Sean Tucker, 25
Tucker,
rushing
baby.
yards and a touchdown. That guy just produces when they give him the ball. Cameron Johnson, 4 for 64 and a touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 2 for 51. Kate Otten, 5 for 51. Tez Johnson, 1 for 45 and a touchdown. Rookie out of Oregon, Tez Johnson. Emeka Egbuka, 2 for 24. If you're wondering who all those are the guys I just named before Egbuka were, well, that's because Mike Evans, Godwin, and then today Egbuka are all injured right now. So Baker Mayfield is just distributing the ball to whoever the fuck he wants to and absolutely leading this team to the win. They're in first place in the NFC. Todd Bowles has to be in the running for Coach of the Year at this point. Baker Mayfield, and I know this is early in the season, is on the short list for MVP right now. I don't know how he couldn't be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Has to
yes.
I guess what my question here is are the Bucks a legitimate contender in the NFC?
be. I mean, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Like, you think of, like... And again, like... They have to play the Steelers. Niners again at the end of the season, right?
They've got.
Do they have another one?
They do not have another Niners.
Oh,
They've got a Lions ahead of them. They got a Bills ahead of them. They've got a Rams ahead of them. But outside of that, they've got
Cards.
two Saints,
ooh, yeah.
They play in the NFC South.
two
Yeah,
Panthers,
Yeah.
a Dolphins.
Oh, the Panthers one. You never know, though.
Right,
That could be a fun-ass game.
And if the Panthers, especially late in the season,
Yeah.
if the Panthers can get there, hell yes. But at the same time, they don't, like, they have the ability to finish with a fucking strong fucking.
And like the
record.
Niners are again decimated, and even more so now.
Oh yeah.
But like the Bucks not having receivers, that's gonna be pretty tough for a quarterback.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem to fucking make a difference.
Yeah.
Like, do I want to see both teams play each other healthy? Yes, you know. But
Well, yes, I would love to see Bucky Irving and all the other stars for the Bucks. Also, I mean, God damn, these two teams healthy would be so much fun to watch.
Weird little. I don't know if it's dark cloud or not, but Mike Evans tied for 1,000-yard
Yep.
receiving seasons with Jerry Rice last year. And it was special and wonderful, and he had some injuries, and he still got it done.
On the last catch of the season.
And, and it felt great. Had he been healthy all year and he missed it, boy, that would have sucked. I don't know if this is dark cloud or not, but like, I'm also a little bit glad that because of injuries,
it's probably not going to happen this year.
It's not going to happen, only because it would have sucked if it didn't happen while he was healthy. That being said, if he was fully healthy, the way this team is playing, it was probably going to be like, I would love to see someone break Jerry Rice's record, because it feels great to see these incredible records getting broken. It actually feels good when it's done, like, especially by someone like Mike Evans, who's just out there, like, on a team that hasn't been a dynasty run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's been through a lot of different shit in his stretch of time.
I mean, they hit the Tom Brady jackpot that year, but, you know.
I will point out, though, he is a player that has never been like, I'm going to average, like, this much per game, and that's like my floor is type thing. He's one of those guys who some games live 2 for 12.
Yeah.
3 for 24, and then have 8 for 192 and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, he might still have these explosive games, and we don't know. At his age, I'd be surprised, but we just looked at his schedule. If he comes back healthy, he's got a chance. He could still
all
do
he
it.
needs is like 4 200-yard games.
They never put him on the IR, even though he was out for a full 3 games, which means that they felt that he had the ability to come back, which means he's on the cusp.
Yes.
On the cusp of coming back. And they're just looking at it like, I mean, at this point, we're okay you sitting out a little bit more, Mike. Like, please take another game off.
Yeah.
We got it, bud. We got it.
Yeah.
So,
but that'd be a fun as shit storyline into the season if he's like sniffing at it.
I mean,
after missing so many games.
Well, not to mention, like, if this team does get healthy at the end of the year, you're gonna go into the playoffs and be like, oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Evans, Godwin, and Emeka Egbuka.
And Rashad White.
And Rashad White, and fucking, I mean, like, the names just keep going on and on. Like, holy shit. A lot of fucking crazy things could happen for that team.
I mean, I think this year especially, like, it's too early to say, like, a Super Bowl favorite, but the way the Bucks are playing, the way the rest of the NFC is playing, like, no, they got a real fucking shot.
Yeah, I mean, I still think of the Lions as their biggest threat in the NFC, to be quite honest. Joe Flacco and the Bengals traveled to Green Bay to take on the Packers today. Flacco attempted to become the first player in a while to beat the same team twice in 1 year on 2 different teams. He failed. Pack won 27-18. Joe Flacco, though, had 219 yards passing to go with 2 touchdowns, as the Bengals lost 27-18. Chase Brown, 42 yards rushing. Jamar Chase, 10 catches, 94 yards and a touchdown. T. Higgins, 4 for 62. Hudson, 4 for 10 and a touchdown. For the Packers, Love had 259 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception to go 26 yards rushing. Josh Jacobs, 93 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns to go with 5 catches for 57 yards.
He needed that.
Rookie Golden out of UT, 3 for 86. Dobbs, 5 for 55. Kraft singles, 2 for 43 and a touchdown, and the Pack had 6 sacks. Not a single one by Micah, which I just find interesting with Parsons against that Bengals offensive line.
Wait, they didn't have 6 sacks. They had 1 sack for 6 yards.
The Packers only had 1 sack?
They
My
had
bad.
1 sack
I
for 6
misread
yards.
that stat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 1 sack.
1 sack.
My apologies.
Yes.
The Pack's offense, if Josh Jacobs could run this well, granted, the Bengals defense is trash.
Yeah.
Well, on the other hand, though, they traded for Joe Flacco from a division rival, I might add, from the Browns. Mm-hmm. That must have fixed their offensive line, right, Scotty?
Obviously.
I mean...
But you would obviously say, let's get some...
Yeah, getting a man that by age in the NFL should be using a walker must make your offensive line look better, right?
Sure.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't understand...
No.
I don't understand the move. Like, I get you saying that our backup quarterback we had is not doing enough to score points, and we don't want the team thinking we're going to fall apart while they are hoping that Burrow can come back in December.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see how this team gets on the right track with Flacco at quarterback.
Yeah. I agree. Like, great. His downfield vision is unchanged.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And you can find fucking Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And that's what he did. Awesome. But it's not going to be enough. This was nice of them. This was better than expected, to be honest. I thought it was still just going to be I mean, 27-18, I wouldn't call that a trouncing. It also felt like Green Bay never really... They were behind in the third quarter, and then fourth quarter, they're like, yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
Who the fuck are Come on, hold on.
You're not going to embarrass us on national TV, guys.
Yeah, right. But it never felt like Green Bay was out of it.
No.
Even being behind, it was like, yeah, okay, well, shame on us. But Cincinnati kept it spicy.
Yes.
You know, they sure did. So, good on them for playing that style of football, which was unexpected.
Yeah.
Unexpected. I didn't expect this kind of numbers, even with Joe Flacco, because, like, but, like, he's got that field vision. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, like, you can find them at every level, so, you know.
I mean, this Packers defense with Micah Parsons, I was thinking that would be the big difference, because I thought their defensive backs were going to be a liability this season.
Uh-huh.
Nothing's really happened so far, other than that game against the Lions, to make me think that it has actually really benefited them at this point, as far as the defensive backs go. Because, I mean, Dallas, their offense is great, but Dallas hung 40 on them in that tie. The Bengals put 18 up today, which is not a lot, don't get me wrong, but Joe Flacco had like 4 days to learn this offense.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So the more complex plays are not getting run. This is the most vanilla shit the Bengals could have run.
Mm-hmm.
And still put 18 up on them and stayed in this game for a good portion of the game. So, I guess my question is more like, the Packers' offense looks pretty good, especially with Jacobs running the ball well.
Well, yeah.
But I question whether or not their defense really will be able to come through in the clutch.
And I mean, is it... You wouldn't expect growing pains with someone like Micah Parsons, because he's a cerebral player.
It'd be an immediate impact.
He's not just this, like, gigantic smashing machine. He's a cerebral player.
Yep.
You wouldn't expect that it would take this many games as a learning curve, but it still kind of feels that way. Or maybe they were that deficient before they got him, and this is the best we're going to see. I don't know.
If that's the case,
right?
Man.
That's kind of a scary thought. I
feel
hadn't
bad
thought
for
about that.
Jesus.
It
Man.
is, yeah.
That could be, though. Yeah.
All right, well, that is all of today's games. Just so y'all know, on the last Chiefs drive, Patrick Mahomes reached 300 passing touchdowns for his career.
It's impressive.
It's a lot. But when you have Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, and,
Tends to help.
there's a lot of things helped out in this whole path. Oh, wait, was it 300 or 200? Now I'm questioning my own math at this point.
Get it together, man. Get it together.
Nope, 300. I was right. All right. All right. Well, that is the end of today's games, which brings us to Scotty Stats.
Before we jump into the end of this week, because there's always the current game that we're watching, which is Detroit and Kansas City, and then there's any Monday games, and there are 2 Monday games, Bills Falcons and Bears Commanders. So before we jump into the next segment, I do want to point out there's a really fun stat, because the Bears and Commanders, as they're playing each other tomorrow, last year we saw Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams play each other.
Yep.
It was the Fail Mary, which was a rough one.
Yep.
For Bears fans.
For Bears fans.
For Commies fans, it was
And,
wondrous
and,
event.
and
really
tomorrow,
was the spark that got them on a long run, and it was the absolute, you guys are done to the Bears that they never recovered from.
So 2024, Caleb and Jaden. 2025, we're going to see Caleb and Jaden again. It's been a long time that we've seen back-to-back years of quarterback matchups between the Bears and the Washington football team. And I have to say the Washington football team because they've only been the Commanders for a little bit. They were the Washington football team, and then they were the Redskins. So the team that plays in Washington, when was the last year that we saw back-to-back years of the same quarterbacks playing each other.
Oof.
Was it a Jay Cutler year?
No?
Oh.
Was it a Tyson Bagent year?
Nope.
Was not
No.
that either.
Was it Jim McMahon?
Oh, God.
Rex Grossman.
Not that long ago either.
Because Doug Williams played that game.
Yeah.
Instead, so no.
Rex Grossman?
There's too many fucking Bears quarterbacks.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, there's like 40 or 50 in that stretch from McMahon to now. So
We're gonna back it up. Ready? 23 was Sam Howell, Justin Fields. 22 Carson Wentz, Justin Fields. 19 Case Keenum, Mitch Trubisky. 16 Kirk Cousins, Matt Barkley. 15 Kirk Cousins, Jay Cutler. 13 RG3, Josh McCown.
Oh wow.
2010 McNabb and Jay Cutler. 7 Todd Collins and Brian Grease. 2005 Mark Brunell and Kyle Orton.
Holy shit.
04 Mark Brunell and Jonathan Quinn. 03
Who the fuck is
Hasselbeck
Jonathan?
and
Don't ask me questions!
Hasselbeck and Rex Grossman. Tony Banks and Jim Miller in 2001.
Who?
99 was Brad Johnson and Shane Matthews. The 96 and 97 games were Gus Fournette and Eric Kramer.
Gus
Oh
Farrat.
my God, Gus
Farrat and Eric Kramer. Here's a little stat for you. Do you know why Eric Kramer stands out in Bears history?
No.
The most passing yards in a single season by a Bears quarterback.
Yep.
I believe 3,838, if I remember correctly.
Oh my God.
That was the
Also,
last time.
29 touchdown passes, which I think is the most we've ever had in a season as well.
That was the last time they've both had the same quarterbacks consecutive years playing against.
Here's a fun one for you. Starting left tackle for the Bears tomorrow night will be a second-year player by the name of Theo Benedette.
Okay.
Undrafted free agent last year from the University of British Columbia.
Oh.
Was a two-time award winner there for being the lineman of the year for Canadian college football.
Huh.
Starting at left tackle for us tomorrow. So
All right.
See how that goes.
his nickname is the Canadian Eagle.
Ooh. Monday is Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
Meant to be.
Also, one thing from last year's game that I would like to point out that I realize does not matter. I get that.
Is this another Bears thing no one cares about?
It's just Caleb Williams
Yeah,
drove
it
him
is.
down
Okay.
to score the go-ahead touchdown and left them with 30 seconds left, which should have been enough to win that game had Matt Eberflus not been our head coach. I realize a lot of things have to happen, but I'm blaming Eberflus.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, Dallas Cowboys fans, why you should hate him, you gave up 30 fucking points to the Panthers this week. That should be enough. Also, there's no way he takes that Dallas job if he knows that Micah Parsons is going to be traded. Because his defense requires 4 people to be able to get a pass rush.
Yeah, probably so.
And also, there's another 2 Monday night games next week. I don't know why the NFL keeps doing this. Like,
I'm not a
it's
fan.
supposed to be. I know, like it's supposed to be like the game.
Unless you do East Coast, West Coast,
That
and
makes
really
sense.
and really make them
Yeah.
both East Coast and West Coast teams. Not a fan.
Like,
but
to have like a 7 and then an 8 start time where you
Yeah.
can't really watch both. Like,
Right.
come on.
Now, and
you know?
next week is a 7 and a 10, and one is in Detroit, and the other one's in Seattle. So
I mean, that's
Okay, that makes more
that's
sense.
better.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree. But
Anyway,
having
yes,
said that,
the NFL.
back to the NFL.
Things do happen outside of the NFL, and I'm here to talk about what I think is most relevant.
Do we have another PowerPoint?
We do not have another PowerPoint, unfortunately. No, I know it. But I always like to top off my whiskey before we get started on the NFL. So I'm actually pouring out.
If you would, please, sir.
Oh my! Actually, Brian,
'Cause I like
this
that old
is,
Scout.
I know you do. I know you do. This is break all the glasses here. This is an old Scout, but it's also a single barrel pick from my favorite whiskey podcast, Pursuit
sir.
United. And I can't believe this still exists. It's actually a dedication to one of the host dogs who passed away. So shout out Walter. You know, I get to look at a dog in a field of flowers as a special sticker.
Anytime
But-
someone does a shout out for a
Yes.
loved dog. Like,
Exactly, yeah,
instant
yes.
karma
Right, of
points.
course,
Instant,
so-
you know.
so-
I'll go ahead and take a little bit of that whiskey as well, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Old Scout or Pursuit United. Not a sponsor,
But
But you could be.
but you could be.
Hey, one quick side note. My first beer I had tonight was by the Maine Beer Company, which I
Yeah.
know we've talked about before, but this was their Little Whaleboat India Pale Ale. This is an excellent pale ale.
Yeah, I
If you
enjoy
see
that
this
one.
available,
Yeah.
I would highly suggest checking it out. Maine Beer Company always sells them in these about a little over a pint bottles. If you ever see it, check it out. They make very good beer. Not a sponsor.
I don't have a PowerPoint, but I do have a TikTok that I find. Actually, technically, this is NFL related. I have a TikTok video. Sorry, this is
Sir,
terrible.
this is the NFL segment, sir.
It's terrible for viewers to watch. So I'm only showing you. It's a video of a bride and groom cutting the cake, and there's something about the dog at the wedding that reminds me of Cam Scattaboo. As they're slicing on the wedding cake, and their yellow lab,
That's a puppy, if I've ever seen it.
yeah, the yellow lab they clearly had at the wedding, dives in, face first, full
it's-
tackle,
Almost
and just
gets stabbed.
hammering in. I don't know. There's Cam Scattaboo vibes there. I had to share that one with you all. It's just
That is totally Cam Scatterbury.
You leave Ram Man alone, sir.
Not on FL, but just I couldn't pass it up. Anyways,
That's great.
I literally only have college football to talk about today.
Good, because I watched no college football yesterday.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start with the now 4-2 Texas Longhorns, who did topple the number 6 Oklahoma Sooners 23-6.
Well, it's not like Oklahoma was ranked, right?
23, the number 6.
Oh.
yeah,
It's
absolutely.
weird how our producer, that is a huge OU fan, was mysteriously ill this evening and couldn't come in. Oh, are you sure you didn't tell him about this on FL, sir?
I did not. But obviously, 23-6, this must have been an absolute showing for one Arch Manning. So let's take a look at the stats. Arch did throw 21 for 27.
Okay.
That's nice. For 166 yards and a touchdown. Not what you'd expect.
He's looking like a Chris Sims.
But especially at a win over OU.
They had 138 yards on the ground. Quintravion Wisner had 94 of those yards, and none of them were touchdowns. So of their 23 points, one of them was a passing touchdown.
All turnovers?
There was no interceptions, no turnovers. There's a lot of kicks,
Weird.
but there was one. I had to double check. He's black, so I got to be careful how I say his name. Ryan Niblett. It just sounds wrong. Sounds wrong. Did have a 75-yard punt return.
Nice.
He also had his one kick return was a 22-yard kick return. Also nice. He is not on offense.
Sounds like he should be.
He's a defensive back.
Holy shit.
I mean,
So defensive back
for him.
and special teams?
yep. He
That
also
is rare.
he also had
Prime.
Prime
return kicks.
Yeah. But he also played receiver once in a while.
he also did
Not
get
in college.
He did get a
That
single.
I'm aware of.
He
May
got a
have.
single rush for 7 yards, and
Oh,
on the
wow.
receiving end, a single target for -6 yards. But
He's
I
like,
mean-
if Travis Hunter could do it, I could do it
I
too.
mean-
Sounds like his position is athlete.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know.
5'10", 187, sophomore, listed as a defensive back, but out there,
Good for him.
running
That's
the
awesome.
ball
Good for
back.
him.
He's out
Yeah.
there clearly as a receiver on occasion. Great win for Texas. Not really an Arch Manning win.
In
but,
high school, he was a kicker.
I just I was like, who the fuck scored for him? And I'm like, all right, a 75-yard punt return. You respect their defensive back. Hell yeah, I love it.
Like, what
Love
the?
it.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Colorado Buffaloes took down number 24 Iowa State, 24-17. The only points in the fourth quarter were on a Colorado field goal, so that meant they were already up 21-17, and it wasn't even that late in the game. But that didn't stop the Colorado students from rushing the field.
Well, that's a no-no now.
And I'm torn on this one because, like, yes, you played a ranked team, but you played the number 24 ranked team. It is in division, but I mean, like, there's a point where it's act like you've been there before.
Yeah.
This is actually the second time since Dion took over that they beat a ranked team, and they actually haven't been that great of a team anyway. So, like, I can respect that a little bit, but I'm definitely conflicted on them rushing the field. It's like, you know, now it is a $25,000 fine, which actually was kind of funny because Dion didn't realize that, and in the press conference they told him, and he's like, "Wait, really? Who made that rule? It's a dumb rule." You know, I was like, I guess we gotta let's pass the hat. Let's pass the hat. You know what I mean? Like let's figure out how to pay this off. Whatever.
Like you don't have $25K in a shoe. Come on.
I mean, yeah, I know, I get it, but like, I don't know. That's one of those tough ones though. Rushing the field, like, there's something about college football that's what makes it fun, and the student section gets involved. You know, I know last year actually it was a bit of a rematch because BYU versus Arizona State. Arizona State won last year, and their fans rushed the field, but then BYU, they're like, hold on, there's still time on the clock.
That's where I have issues with it.
Right?
Yep.
And that was a real tough one, and then in that game, even though BYU, their flea flicker, Hail Mary, whatever, didn't work out for them, but like, you know, that was a bit of a mess there. Like this year, BYU won it outright, but like, so like this past week, it was a bit of a rematch of that, but like, it's tricky. It's tricky how all that works. I love that they rushed the field, but I don't know. Like, I get it that it was a division and it was a ranked team, but it's number 24. Like, I don't know. We gotta.
Like how
at
big of a win was
at a certain
that?
point, it's not a big win.
The announcers also said over the loudspeaker, like, do not rush the field. You know, like I don't know. I'm conflicted on that one.
That's what made them do it. Like,
that you kind of go to.
But there's so many chances for something getting fucked up or for a player getting hurt. Like, I understand if you're like an unranked team that beats like a top 5 team, I kind of think you should rush the field.
But
because part of me, this is gonna sound like a dick comment, and I don't mean it to sound that way. You know, because you actually went to what is a Division I football school, didn't you? Or were they not at the time?
They were not at the time.
When Texas Tech was shitty and we beat a top team, that was fucking like the celebration of the year. That is the Super Bowl for you. Like one year we were ranked in the top 5, but we beat Texas to go almost to number 1 in the country. We rushed the fucking fields. The goalposts were being carried down the main drag next to the stadium. I know it's a bad look as far as you don't want any opposing players getting hurt. But there is something about that with college football and just the sheer enjoyment of the student fans and also the players. Like, it is a much different organism's not the right word, but like it's different than an NFL or an NBA. Like it is the pomp and everything else that goes along with college football. It's such a bigger thing.
Yeah. Well, everyone at a college game, especially like a big university like that, like, you know, on Monday morning, you're sitting in fucking bio with everyone else who was at the game.
Yeah.
An NFL game, you don't go to work Monday and you're with the same fucking people you're at the game with, you know? It's a very different monster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I had classes with some of the football players. Like, it was great after a big win. Like, dude, fucking awesome, you know?
There almost needs to be something like the team says, the head coach or so was like
now.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
And also, like, it wasn't like it was this last second win. They were leading.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Yeah, it wasn't a field goal with time expiring.
Nor is this a basketball game where you hit a fucking half-court buzzer beater, 3 points to win the game to beat the ranked team that came in and you're a fucking nobody.
A couple weeks ago, I talked about how that happened, and it was a bit of a Hail Mary, but it technically was intercepted, and like as the fans ran on the field, the wide receiver was still on the ground in the end zone as they came stomping through, and it's like almost got trampled. Like this is where I love that part of it, but at the same time I'm hesitant. I'm very conflicted, and I think I'm on the side of Colorado. I know you beat Iowa State, but you didn't beat them in that dramatic of a fashion, and it was a great win for you. But like, holy shit, act like you've been there, guys. Come on, like you got to get a hold of this one. So, anyways, The other side of the pageantry of college football. Oklahoma State got smoked by the Houston Cougars yesterday. 39-17 rout. But at one point, an OSU fan went into the middle of an empty section, popped his shirt off, started spinning it around like a terrible towel.
Okay.
And then another OSU fan joined him. Shirt off,
Okay.
spinning it like a terrible towel. Then another, and then another, and then another. And they filled that empty section, and then they filled a second empty section. Just hundreds of OSU fans, shirts off, spinning them like terrible towels while they're getting destroyed.
I love the amount of effort by the fans.
That is the pageantry of college football.
Yep.
And that is why I'm okay with rushing the field in circumstances.
That's why I said I'm conflicted on the Colorado one. You got to know the circumstances. I think you were wrong on that one. But in that moment, like they're like, you guys are losing. And just one dude. And let me tell you what, the best part was he was skinny with a little pot belly, just shirt off, woo, and then it was shirts off, just a spinning, more and more and more people. And like, you guys can do all the fucking beer stinks you want in the world at baseball. That's how you fucking cheer your team on.
Absolutely.
Loved it.
That's fantastic. And the Red Raiders are still undefeated.
Yeah. All right. University of Georgia did beat Auburn 21-10 after trailing 3-10 in the first half.
It's a good rivalry.
But there was definite momentum shift after Georgia forced a fumble on the goal line late in the second half. So Auburn trying to run it in. Georgia forces a fumble according to the refs. However,
we have a producer in the building. He will probably tell us to stop drinking.
That's right. However, the replays showed the ball clearly cross the plane. You watch those replays, and it's there. Yet somehow, the referees felt that it wasn't enough to overturn the call.
Oh.
Wait, why?
They must have been seeing something different than was shared with me on the clips that I watched. I don't know why they had a different feed, but it wasn't enough for them to overturn the call. They stood by the fumble, which I disagree with wholeheartedly. But
I checked their Venmo and it just said $5,000.
Yeah, that also wasn't the only help that Georgia got from the refs. Because in the fourth quarter, we got 3rd and 9, play clock running down to 1. The whistle's blown for a timeout. Because Kirby Smart is running up the sideline.
Oh, I did see that.
Motioning with his hands.
I did see that, yeah.
So the refs call a timeout. Because there's 1 second left on the play clock with Georgia in a 3rd and 9 situation. And then Smart's whining, saying he was clapping and not calling a timeout. First of all, he was sprinting up the sidelines towards the ref, which we all know is the best way that you clap for your team.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And definitely a way that will not confuse the ref into thinking you're calling a timeout.
Right. When you clap with one hand vertical and the other with your fingertips hitting your palm...
It makes no noise.
It makes no noise. And it's a really bad clap. And when you're running directly at the refs, hitting one set of fingertips against your palm, it's easy for them to get confused. But that being said, he whined hard enough...
Oh, instantly.
...that they said, oh, it wasn't a timeout, and let's reset the play clock.
Yeah.
So...
Fuck that.
Fuck straight off. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that Auburn was going to win this game, but holy shit, you got a fumble that looked, like, from what I saw, looked like a touchdown. That ball crossed the line. I don't know how the refs didn't get that same angle that they shared with the rest of the fucking United States.
They're supposed to have every camera angle.
And Kirby Smart running up the sideline, clapping with his fingertips on his palm, is clearly not a timeout. So fuck you, Georgia. And that's the NFL.
Well, he did do, like, the timeout, and then, like, and he realized, and then he changed it to a clap.
When they blew the whistle?
So he fully knew what the fuck he was doing. Yeah.
When they blew the whistle.
I watched it 5 fucking times.
Me
like,
too.
that piece of shit, you know?
Me too.
Because it was clearly timeout, and oh, no.
They blew the whistle, and he went switched to clapping. Yeah, it's fucking
And, like,
garbage.
I couldn't believe they felt like, no, he wasn't calling timeout. Like, That's bullshit. Yeah.
That's some weird
That
shit.
is my NFL.
I just want to point out the Red Raiders are still undefeated.
That is actually not only are they undefeated, but they did a little a whipsy doodle play for a touchdown that was awful pretty. You must have missed that play.
I did.
It was nice.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll have to look into the highlights.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, so that was NFL, which brings us into our Just the Worst for the week. Now, before I get into this too much, real quick.
Oh, well, it was a bad one, huh?
To preface this a bit, to explain just how ridiculous this is. Teams that have scored 18 runs in a game in baseball this season. The Yankees, the Mariners, the Red Sox,
Wait, you're
the
talking
Orioles.
about
Hold on.
Baseball?
Hold on, because it ties into my football. The Yanks, the Mariners, the Red Sox, the Orioles, the Dodgers, the Phillies, the Rangers, the Blue Jays, the Padres, the Astros, the Reds, the Royals, the Cubs, the Mets.
These are 18 points in a game.
18 runs, or 18 points, yeah. Every NFL team, with the exception of one, has done it. And from what I could tell, based on the graphic I was looking at, almost every NCAA Division I team has done this.
Okay.
Not the Browns.
Not the Browns.
Seriously?
No.
And today, the
Oh
Browns
my
had,
God.
hold on, let me double check. I don't want to make a liar. 9 points against the Steelers. What's really funny about this is that the Bengals got exactly 18 points today with the Browns' previous quarterback at the helm. The Browns have not gotten more than 17 points in a game this season.
How many baseball teams did you list?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Jesus
13
Christ.
baseball teams have gotten 18. I know it's runs, but 18 points.
Yeah.
It
In a game.
It is so sad. I didn't see that coming.
And the Browns have yet to do it. And to me, that is just the worst.
Oh, man.
When I saw that stat, I was like, ooh. My second just the worst, I'm going to make a dig at my Bears here. Because they're coming off the bye to play the Commanders tomorrow night. Since 2013,
So just last 12 years.
which would be Lovie Smith's last year. Can you tell me what the record is for the Bears coming out of the bye week?
Ooh.
Since 13?
In 12 years, what is their record?
Like, how many wins have they had over the
Wins
last...
versus losses.
1-11.
Close.
0-12.
No.
2 and 10?
2 and 10. 2 and 10 out of the bye. So Ben Johnson, you really want to build
Oh.
your team, your
Oh, no. And they got to play the
your
fucking
foundation.
Commanders?
Do they always play good teams after the bye? Like they're playing the Commanders?
I wouldn't
so-
even know. I just know that is as bad.
Ugh.
You know what, though? I also kind of feel like coming out of a bye, I think it's good scheduling to be like, you don't get a cakewalk team.
Like you had a week of rest and
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I have one other one, and it's a stat I just saw this week, and it's over the last decade. But can you tell me the 2 NFL teams that have 100 losses or more in the last decade? 2 of them.
Wait, say it again?
2 teams more than 100 or 100 losses or more in the last decade.
So I'm going to say the Browns.
Nope.
Oh.
100 losses
Panthers.
or more.
Nope.
Texans.
Nope.
Is it the Bears again?
It is not. I think 2018 got us just above. Or just below.
The last decade.
I know it's kind of a
And
random
it's not
question.
the Browns.
Nope.
Like who's been majority
Absolute
garbage for a decade?
for a decade.
It
Not the
can't-
Bears?
Nope.
The Giants have been that bad?
They have.
Okay.
They're one of them. They have 100 losses.
Okay.
Wow.
There's one other one.
Is it the Broncos?
No. That'd be fucking funny, but yeah.
Oh, they've
Like
had
it's
some
like,
shit years.
Matt's
so,
coming in
yeah.
and look, it ain't the
It ain't
Bears,
Bears.
bitches.
No, but this team is trash, so
Titans?
nah.
Ooh, that's a good
No,
guess.
they actually they had.
Well, they had Tannehill, they had Derrick Henry. Like,
4
you
years
gotta
ago
remember
they
the
had
decade.
Yeah,
The Raiders?
over the decade, yeah.
No. They play in the same stadium.
Oh, the Jets.
The Giants and the Jets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I kind of forgot they were an NFL team for.
I know, right? I saw that stat and I was just kind of blown away. The Jets have 107
and it's
losses.
both fucking New York,
in the last
New
decade.
Jersey teams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's 3.
Yeah, kind of brutal. I saw that and I thought, I need to share that somehow. All right. Scotty, you got to adjust the worst this week?
I do, and it is Mark Sanchez.
Oh, he was...
That dumb motherfucker.
So
There was so much outpouring of appreciation and hope that he recovers quickly when he was first in the hospital.
So TMZ released some videos that they collected.
Oh.
And first of all, I need to say everything I'm saying is alleged, right?
Yes.
We are.
This is true.
We
Yeah.
are broadcasting this. I need to point that out. So the whole initially they were talking about how he was doing like wind sprints in the alley, and while maybe that was true at one point,
While drunk?
yes, well impaired.
I have run while drunk before.
While impaired. Okay. However, the alley down
Come back
the
to that.
the alley between the buildings that this all occurred. The video shows the truck driving down the alley. Mark Sanchez standing, like, leaning up against the side of a building while the truck drives down there. Then he starts sprinting down the alleyway. It's hard to tell if he ran directly into the dumpster or not, but he definitely, like,
Kind of like
runs-
on the butt fumble?
he runs directly, like, at this dumpster, and then there's a
he
pause.
thought that was the Jets O-line.
Yeah. And then there's a pause, and then he, like, comes out from around it, and then he runs up and approaches the truck. Completely out of nowhere when he, like, it wasn't like he was in the alley while the truck was approaching. The truck was down the alley. He sprints down the alley when the truck is already there. He may or may not have run into the dumpster on his own. It's tough to tell. There's definitely a moment where he runs directly at the dumpster and then comes out from around the side of it. Enough time to be like, he could have hit it, and then pause and been like, whoa, that rang my bell a little. But whatever's in my system is saying, keep going. And then he approached the driver at the window, and that's when it all started. And again, based on this video, all of this alleged, but it looks like 100% he was outside of his mind, absolutely the aggressor behind all of it. And if all of that is true, holy fuck.
Keep in mind
It
also...
is shitty,
Yep.
shitty. And then one of his ex-girlfriends that you could only take at the face value of an ex-girlfriend who said, I'm not surprised by this behavior at all.
Oh, so he's been fucked up for a while.
Now, also, let's be honest, you play in the NFL, you take the amount of hits that he's taken. We all recognize that there can be things wrong with your brain getting scrambled, and it's always tough if it was alcohol or drugs or CTE or all of the above related. That's always tough, and it sucks when it's taken out on anyone in any level.
Yep.
But holy shit, Mark Sanchez is just the worst.
Well, and not to mention, like, for the driver, like, I don't know how big the driver is, but Mark Sanchez is a ex-NFL quarterback. He's 6'2", about 230 fucking pounds. He's not a small man.
He's
He's taller than I am.
He's still in
Still
great
works
shape.
out. Yeah.
He's still in
yeah.
great shape.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's taller than I am. Like,
He was also like almost half because the driver was in his like mid to late 60s.
Yeah, it's an old
Mark
dude.
Sanchez is
Yeah.
like not even 40, like almost
Yeah.
40. Yeah.
And a former professional athlete.
Yeah.
A giant human being. Yes.
And like the shittiest thing, like when I first heard about the story, the first reportings were that he had gotten mugged in an alleyway. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. And I was like,
Yeah, there's
oh,
an
wait a
outpouring
minute.
of emotion for
He was
him.
the fucking aggressor?
Yeah.
And then like, oh, he was drunk as shit or he was on something? Like, what the fuck? You know, like the more information came out, the worse it got. I haven't seen the video yet though. Like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Mark?
He's standing at the end of the alley, like, leaning on a building. Like someone walks past, he interacts with that person. They move on, and then he looks down the alley, and then just like takes off running down the alley. Again, like from this one, like looking down the alley, it's a good chance he ran directly into this dumpster.
Yeah.
There's like green dumpster there. It's tough to say, but like, or he ran up behind it and paused and then ran around it. But like, it's odd. But he 100% just sprinted down the alley to go tell this guy he can't be there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but yeah,
That's
just
weird.
the worst.
All right, what is your just the worst, Brian?
Well, just because you were curious. So the last time I ran while drunk, it was, over 20 years ago.
Well, I thought it might be like a drunken festivity you were taking part in.
Yes.
Yeah.
The store was about to close, and we were at a beer at a party.
Yeah, so you run.
And it was faster to run than to get in the car.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because it was like, you had to go this way and loop back around.
So yeah, I didn't know if you were going to
yeah.
be like, I did like a mile race, or every quarter mile you stop and chug a beer, or one of those type of things,
no,
you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I've raced my wife drunk a few times.
She won.
I think I've raced your wife drunk a few times.
She usually gives me a head start.
She won.
Yeah,
She won.
He wins, yeah.
So my just the worst is you.
I was running in like loafers though, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. You could have been running on a bicycle and she still would have beat you.
She could have been running backwards. It wouldn't have mattered.
Moonwalking the whole way. You did allude to this before. The Colts, who are having a phenomenal season. Anthony Richardson was not the quarterback that they thought he was ever going to be. But in pregame workouts today, so he's not the starter. Daniel Jones has taken that
the
job.
bands.
The bands.
Which are like the things like you use for resistance.
Yeah. Like I use those for PT because, I'm old and fat. I don't take care of my body, you know. And apparently he was working out with them and he was like, whatever resistance level he's at was so fucking strong. When the band slipped out of his hand, he broke his orbital socket with his own fucking hand.
I heard eye injury. That's what happened?
It was so fucking tight. Like he hit himself in the fucking face.
He broke a bone in his orbital socket.
Like, oh my god!
Just so you know, if you ever break a bone in your orbital socket living here, and you come to the hospital I work at, we will send you south to Syracuse because we don't have anyone that actually does those surgeries.
Because you can't fuck that up.
No,
like, holy shit!
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And like, I feel so bad for the guy, and like, just the worst is just everything that's ever happened to you since college.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, here's the thing, because that leaves out another injury. Trevarius Ward, defensive back for the Colts.
Oh,
got
that's what you're
taken out
talking about.
by a tight end in warm-ups, concussed, and knocked out of the game. They just ran into each other.
Yep. Doing two different fucking practices, not paying attention to what's going on around them. Yep. Like a fucking Three Stooges episode, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was wondering how
both happened the same day.
because I heard it was with an exercise band, and I was like, "Oh my god, did the exercise band pop him in the eye? Because
that
he's lucky to still have an eye."
No, that would have been worse because he'd have lost an eye.
Yes.
You know? Little Ozzy Osbourne.
Thou wouldst like to see him. I can't recover from this one.
You can't.
If he could transition to a tight end and could do some of that Taysom Hill type of shit,
Who got a touchdown today, by the way?
I would
Like-
love it.
Maybe.
No one is doing that kind of thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Taysom Hill is that pure football player who's like, I don't care where you fucking put me, I'll go. Anthony Richardson would have to switch his mentality. That is, I will do anything to play football.
Maybe he is.
And
he's
we
gotta
already,
find
we
the
already
right
saw him
coaching
quit.
staff.
We already saw him quit like once last season.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, we missed an entire game earlier.
Oh,
My apologies.
well, we didn't talk about the Saints.
The Patriots traveled to New Orleans to take on the Saints, and they won 25-19. Drake May, 261 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Trayvon Henderson, 27 yards rushing. Keyshawn Booty, 5 for 93 and 2 touchdowns. Pop Douglas, 3 for 78 and a touchdown. Diggs, 3 for 28. For the Saints, Rattler, 227 yards passing. Kamara, 3 for 31 yards rushing, 5 for 45 receiving. Taysom Hill, 1 rush for 1 touchdown, 1 yard. Kendry Miller, 21 yards rushing. Olave, 6 for 98. Rashid Shaheed, 4 for 28. My apologies,
That's right.
Pats fans.
No,
See,
well,
Scott and I realized you forgot, and that's why we brought up.
yeah, of course, yeah, very.
And I
very,
appreciate that.
Very clever. Actually, no, I'm glad you brought it up because, like, the Saints in the past couple of weeks, they're playing some motivated football.
Yes.
And I gotta they're losing.
That's a good way to phrase it.
But
Motivated
I
football.
like for as bad as they are, they're playing some motivated.
Yeah.
I mean, when they beat, they lost last week, or was that when they beat the Giants? Was last week?
They beat the Giants last week.
That was last week. So was it 3? Then
The Bills 2 weeks ago, they played real tough.
yeah. So like the past 3 weeks, they played some good football.
Yep.
Like they don't look awesome,
But they play hard.
But they're playing hard, and I gotta respect the fuck out of that. So
And Drake May is having a
Drake May's having
year.
a great year. Jesus Christ.
It's looking like the Bills have another top quarterback in the league right now.
The
At least
Bills?
the Pats. On the trajectory for being another
Yeah.
great one. Obviously,
Yeah, like-
a lot of things can happen, but
Like losing the Pats today, like that wasn't an awful loss. Like
No.
that team is surging, you know. So
Yeah.
that team could win the AFC East right now, right, Greg?
Yes.
Yep. There you go.
I mean, they really.
Well, and if
could,
a Bills
you know?
fan is going to say it, you have to believe it.
Right.
All right.
He was on his phone. He didn't know what he was saying.
So that was our Just the Worst of the Week. Would you please bring up Squeak's streaks from last week before I bring up what he called for this week? Unless
So-
you've already written it in.
So last week, yeah, I got it down.
Okay.
So last week he said that Baker Mayfield's going to throw for over 270 by the end of the third quarter. He did not. He also said that David Njoku is going to average 10 yards per catch
Yeah,
in a
Oh,
loss.
close.
He got the loss part right. Averaged 9.3.
3 for 28.
Oh,
So
It
close.
is so close.
Right?
But he did correctly
That's
say
right.
that Saquon Barkley's going to have less than 60 yards rushing. So
He's doing pretty good on these so
I thought
far
that was
this
a
year.
wild one. Like
Yeah.
that was one he nailed. So.
I thought Njoku was a bit of a wild one.
like it was so close,
Yeah.
so close. You know.
I just love the fact he just does it so randomly. He just doesn't think. He doesn't. There's positions.
It's.
You know,
that he
sometimes
thinks that are far, far beyond.
they say
This
that
year,
I think he spends a lot of
he's
time doing
been on
it.
point.
Yeah.
they say when you take a test to go with your gut
Yeah. Yeah.
and don't overthink it. Go with what you initially thought was the answer because there's a reason why you thought
I
that.
think he's going
And I
with
think
gut
if he
this
is
year.
just going with his gut on these, he's fucking being quite right.
But
Yeah,
but what's
he's
crazy
going
is
with his gut this
he's
year.
getting them wrong, but they're not that
Far
wrong.
off.
Yeah.
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 They're
Exactly.
yeah.
He was pretty close to 3 for 3 this week. By the way, if you
Oh,
want-
by the way, still a loss though.
also though, if you want to talk about getting it wrong, last week our correct picks per person were.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Eric had the most with 9.
Yeah, you know it's a bad
I
time when
had
Eric has the most.
7. Scotty picked 5 correct
I got
wins,
4.
and he had 4. We have never, in the entirety of this podcast, done that poorly.
Ouch.
You know what? When you half-ass everything and whole-ass nothing, sometimes that shit happens.
Wait, did I pick the Giants to win? At
believe
least.
you
I
did.
believe you did.
Okay. Woo!
As for
All
this
right.
week, how are we doing thus far?
Wait. So I went and picked the fucking Giants over the Eagles, and still only got 4 right.
No, this was last week.
Oh, okay.
This week is different.
Yes. Oh, this week we're doing much better. So far, so not counting tonight's and the 2 tomorrow, Matt and Eric both have 10. Scotty has 9, and I have 8.
All right.
Very good. Let's start for next week, sir.
Well, Eric is going to say that the Steelers, once again, have 10 penalties.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I like that because I don't think he's ever done like a defensive stat like that. You know, I like that a lot. He also said the Saints are going to have more yards per play than the Bears, but still lose.
Fuck right off.
Which is entirely possible.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of threw it out there that the Seahawks are going to have more than 280 yards passing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I like it.
Okay.
And, I mean, I think they're all very doable.
Absolutely.
I really do. Like, none of them seem crazy to me this week, you know?
Well, he's still hurting from that OU loss, so he couldn't put a whole lot of thought into it.
Well, you get the Bills loss and the OU loss. Like, tough week for Eric, you know?
Very tough.
But the week's game, so Thursday night, the Steelers visit Cincinnati.
I just don't see how Pittsburgh wins this. I'm sorry, how Cincinnati wins. I don't see how Pittsburgh loses this.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I like seeing Flacco behind the helm, and Chase and Higgins getting those yards, like almost 200 yards between the two of them. Like,
Yep.
that feels right. But at the same time, when you're trailing, you're going to be sending it downfield. So, like, you can still see them both getting sharing 200 yards in a loss. But I'm taking Pittsburgh. I don't give a fuck. I would love it if Cincinnati could squeak out this win and get Joe Flacco looking like there's always something in the tank and he's going to make it work. But I just
I see T.J. Watt having like 3 sacks in this game.
Yeah.
I don't see how Cincinnati really stays in this
Yeah.
one.
I see Flacco doing better than he did this week.
He did
Like,
pretty good
I mean,
this week.
more time is better. But, like, I don't think... The Packers aren't a good team, but they're better than the Steelers.
The Steelers?
Yeah.
You mean
No, the Packers.
Oh, okay.
So this week,
Okay.
like the Packers are a good team, and I think they're better than the Steelers. And the Bengals could not compete with the Packers. You know, so I don't see how Pittsburgh doesn't win this one.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you did the
my
flip.
apologies.
I forgot to do the flip because Eric isn't here.
Yeah, my apologies. Hold on one second. I will pull up the coin flip app.
Oh, can I do it?
Oh, yeah.
Can I do it?
Yeah. Let's just have Greg pick
Oh,
for
just
it.
have Greg pick? All right.
Yeah. I'm going to pick Steelers.
All right.
Steelers, all right. Sunday, the Rams visit the Jags at home in London.
Technically, that probably is the Jacksonville Jaguars home because that owner would
No
love
one
to
has
have
played
his team
more
there.
games than
You
Jacksonville.
know what?
Yeah.
Literally, I'm going to say Jacksonville at home in London, in Europe, because they seem to do well there. So, I have no other reason except I find it fun. Because if my mind really says let's make the correct pick, it's probably the Rams for a number of reasons. But give me Jacksonville.
There's that run. Stretched out.
Yep.
I think the Rams are going to win this one. I still think the Rams' defensive line is good enough to slow down the Jags' offense. I know the Jags' defense has been playing well. I don't know what the deal with Puka Nacua is right now, but I think that just means that Devontae Adams will have 12 catches for 140 yards and a touchdown. And I think Kyron Williams has a big game in this one. So I think the Rams find a way to win it.
What does Eric think, Greg?
I think the Rams.
I think the Rams as well. I think the Jags have a real possibility of that win.
They do.
But
I'm going to interrupt real quick because a stat popped up on the TV that I thought was fantastic. They were showing the end of the Bucks and 49ers game, and they pointed out that it was the first victory formation the Bucks have had all season.
Wow. Oh, yeah, because all their other games have come in the last minute where they got the win.
Wow.
That's great.
It's
I mean,
wild, right?
that's a team that fights. you know?
Absolutely.
I like that. Good on them for having a cool fucking stat.
I agree.
That's the kind of shit you would have come up with.
Yeah, I know, right? I'll work harder next time.
The Panthers at the Jets.
I mean, the Jets' defense looked much better today.
So you're picking the Jets?
No. Their offense looked like trash. I don't know how they fix their offense, especially if Garrett Wilson is injured, because he was hurt
Yeah.
at the end of this game.
Yeah, if he's really out, yeah.
Carolina is doing just enough passing the ball right now, and Rico Dowdle is running the ball really well, and I don't really know what the Carolina defense is. I don't think the Jets have enough on offense to overcome all the issues they have.
Yeah.
Their line's not blocking well. They're not running the ball very effectively. They're not passing the ball well. You can't win when you don't have anything on offense. You can be like, this is what we do well.
Their secondary is pretty good.
Okay, but that's their defense. There's nothing their offense can hang the hat on and say, this is
Nope.
what we do.
Nope.
Not one thing this season so
Nope.
far.
Not at all. Yeah.
So I don't see how the Jets win it. I know they're at home. I know Carolina's not a very good. Well, Carolina's 3-3.
Yeah.
I think that the record at this point says Carolina is better, and I think Carolina is better.
What's the record for Jets right now?
0-6.
0-6.
Now this is a desperate team. I would not really want to be playing them right now. I'm not going to argue that.
Because they almost squeaked out a win.
But at a
against the
certain
Broncos,
point,
so-
that snowball effect, that quicksand effect starts taking place.
You know what? What out for the Jets? What out for the Jets?
I mean,
This is the kind of game that you expect Carolina to lose, but I think
It's possible.
No,
yeah.
it wasn't until it really sank in that it's like, listen, I was gonna say Panthers because like I want to like we've been waiting for them to find a rhythm and come back, and the Jets seem to still be like moving downward. That being said, I do think that Justin Fields has it in him to be good. There are some good offensive weapons, but that's not why. Literally, it was just like, give me an 0-0, an 0 forever team. Like, yeah.
I want to root for them to get the win. I think I'm going to root for Carolina more to finally have turned the corner.
They gotta have a win.
They don't.
Carolina to have a
We need
winning
an 0-17 team,
Wait.
Greg. I don't think we've ever had one.
for Carolina to have a winning record. That would make them 4-3.
I know. How happy would Steve? Would Fat Steve be
I was
right now?
I was already getting messages from him today.
Fat Steve would be so happy.
Yeah.
So,
Fred Warner's out for the season, dislocated and fractured ankle.
Oh,
So that sounds like a Tim Fib.
Yeah.
Ouch.
fuck. Yep. Sucks to be the
19ers.
Now they're in the Niners.
The Niners.
Just the Niners.
The San Francisco Niners.
Like, not the nickname
Niners.
Niners.
The Nine Turds.
Niners.
There we go.
I really want the Jets to be 0-9. So when they play the Browns in Week 10,
Oh, wow.
That's gonna be annihilation right there.
So I saw a compilation this week. I may have sent it to you guys of the last, including Aaron Glenn, the last three head Jet
knows?
head
What's the
coaches.
last time,
And the looks on their
a team
faces
went
and losses.
0-3
And Todd
for
Bowles.
the entire season?
Robert
One.
Saleh,
1 win.
and Aaron Glenn, and just the look of utter. I don't know how to fix this team.
Why did I ever come to the Jets?
Yes, like at this point, I'm wondering if Aaron Glenn isn't like. I sure wish I was defensive coordinator for the Lions right now. And I don't want to say that because it sounds mean, but
Yeah.
it just sucks. Like nothing that they're doing works for them on offense.
Oh, yeah.
Their offensive line is not blocking well. Their running back, Brees Hall's doing okay, I guess you could say, but Justin Fields has had no consistency at quarterback, and it sucks because it's like his 5th offensive coordinator in 6 years. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
hard to get better
Yeah.
when you're dealing with that.
First of all, he's very mobile, and he got sacked 9 times. It's not like he stands in the pocket
No.
and scans. That motherfucker can scramble,
Well,
and he got sacked 9 times today.
Yeah.
Most of the sacks, like from today's game, was because he was penned in.
Yeah.
And he had nowhere to run to. Like when you're attacked on 3 sides and 2 of them are behind you, yeah, you're fucked.
There was a great
you
soul
know?
song about that once. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide.
I feel like that's been said in a million
All
songs.
right, well, was it a soul song once? All right.
Was that an Eagles song?
No, I don't know the Eagles.
I'm picking the Panthers as well. What's Eric picking? Panthers or Jets?
Not the Jets.
All right.
Not the Jets. Yeah.
And I feel bad. I totally forgot that in 2017 the Browns went without a win,
Yeah,
and in 2008 the Lions went without a win.
yeah. But
So-
this would be the first
Yeah.
0-17 if it happened.
Oh yeah, because they were both 0-16.
Yep.
Got to extend that loser streak. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Raiders visit Kansas City.
KC.
Is anyone not picking Kansas City?
It's nothing against the Raiders. I mean, I guess it is, but
Eric, okay, Raiders, all right.
I just I picked the Lions to win tonight, and if KC is coming off that loss, I don't see how they lose to the Raiders. I just truly don't.
They're just
I know the Raiders play them hard, but fuck, dude.
But also, like, we don't know what Lamar
Alright.
Jackson's coming back as. I'm sorry. What was the game again?
The Raiders and the
Raiders,
Chiefs.
not Ravens.
Oh,
Raiders,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry, Ravens.
Raiders,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry. Oh,
Geno Smith.
oh, good God.
Good
Yeah.
God.
Good God.
But can you imagine if the
Can I imagine them winning? Yes.
No, can you
Do I think
imagine-
it's going to happen? No.
I would love it for it to happen though.
Yeah.
I see the Chiefs winning that game.
Yeah.
So Eric's picking the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders. They don't have the juice. They don't have the juice.
Oh. Okay, this next game will depend on if someone gets fired or not. Dolphins at Cleveland.
God damn. You know what? I'm gonna pick the Dolphins.
By the way, this could be the Browns' chance to get 18 or more points.
Ooh, it definitely could be.
It definitely
Yeah.
could be, as they lose 18-24.
See, and I think they're going to tie 19-19.
19
Oh, a tie? Really?
I'm going to call tie.
Oh,
Wow,
nice.
that you-
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me Dolphins.
I mean, I'm Dolphins too. Like, they're bad. They're not lose to the Browns bad.
I mean, Browns defense
Is good.
is good.
It's good, but
And the Dolphins' off defense is also trash.
Yeah.
What if the team wants their coach to get fired and they throw the game?
Oh, see now that
And
listen.
Chan's like, I had like over 200 yards combined, and we can't get this shit together. Fuck you, you know.
Listen, if any team wants their coach to get fired, I'm gonna guess it would be Miami, based on like how it feels like this many players meetings. Like
yeah.
is that like yeah. If anyone wants that to happen, I'm wondering, like, because it almost feels that, like, I've talked about the culture there, that I question it. Where the Browns, it's like, there's no culture built there at all. Like,
No.
no. They're just a fucking revolving door.
It's the culture of we keep whining about the 1 year that the team left and won a Super Bowl and came back and we've sucked again.
Yeah.
That's their culture, you know. Oh, I really want the Browns to win this one just so McDaniel gets fired, though.
Yeah, but give me Miami though. I think that they've got the better offensive, especially though they're playing right now. Like,
Yeah.
it just feels like
If they can play anything near what they did today
Yeah.
against the Browns, yeah, that's like a 34-3.
Oh,
win.
and by the way, you don't have to rely on Devin Achane because you've got Ollie Gordon who can just write.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, is it going to be a great win? No, I don't think so.
For them, any win is a great
Anyone is a great
Well,
win.
there you go.
Either team. Either
yeah,
team.
That's
Any
true,
win is
yeah.
great.
We'll put Miami. Unfortunately.
The Patriots go to Tennessee.
I mean, Patriots.
was like, anyone not picking
Wait,
the
is
Patriots?
Eric? Is Eric really going to pick the Patriots?
If Mike Vrabel loses in his revenge game against the Titans, I would be shocked. Shocked.
I mean, it could happen, you know?
I don't think it will. I think Vrabel is going to be like, you will beat the fuck out of this team that fired me. Or I will fucking cut every one of you.
Vrabel will suit up.
He will play linebacker and tight end for them in that game.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, I can stop Cam Ward all by myself. At fucking 55.
Eric did accurately pick the Patriots to beat the Bills 2 weeks ago. So, yeah. The Saints go to Chicago.
All right, Bob. In this one, I believe that the Bears are going to win it 77-0. It's going to be Hurricane Caleb versus Dust Storm New Orleans.
Too soon.
So you're right.
I don't care.
What?
The Bears are winning.
Bears, so.
Oh, like you said, no, 77.
He said a lot of
New
shit, but
Orleans.
never
I was
given
like, I was like, you're going back and forth.
I said 77-0. The Bears.
New Orleans.
New Orleans with a moral victory.
Oh, shit.
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Think about what I just said.
A moral victory means they're close. But they won't win.
Okay.
Another moral victory. Yes.
What is Eric going to pick? The Saints or the Bears?
I think that regardless,
I said, what is Eric going to pick?
I was going to give it a
I'm
thought.
going
but
to say the Saints.
Ooh, yeah.
I think that regardless of what happens tomorrow night, Ben Johnson has this team at least to the point where they're going to play hard and they're going to beat the teams they should beat. And I think the Saints are on the very short list at this point in the season of the teams that the Bears should beat.
I feel like actual Eric would have also picked the Saints.
Yeah.
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 Like,
Well,
not just as a
Are you
fuck
sure
you
about
to
that?
you.
Why don't you check who he picked to win the game tomorrow night?
He picked the Falcons.
The Bears Commanders game.
Oh, he picked the
tomorrow
Bears.
night.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure he would pick the Saints.
I don't know.
But that's okay. He's not here, so it doesn't
He's
matter.
not here.
We're even split. Like, Scott and I both picked Washington to win, and you and him picked the Bears, so. The Eagles and the Vikings. Like, who the fuck are the Eagles?
So this is a tough one because this is actually a game that the Eagles should get back to running the ball well because the Vikings defense, the one thing they haven't done well thus far in the season is stop the run.
I think
This is absolutely a game where they should line up with their offensive line that is very good and hand the ball to fucking Saquon Barkley. Rinse and repeat. Doesn't mean they will, but at the same time, they want to be, if it is not J.J. McCarthy starting, it will be a former Eagles quarterback in Carson Wentz.
Yep.
I don't think the Eagles defense wants Carson Wentz to have any say about being better than them. And that they will punish him in the fucking backfield.
Okay.
So I think Philly wins that game.
I'm Philadelphia, whether it's McCarthy or Wentz. I don't think they're going through a tough time. Their defense is definitely questionable, and Minnesota can put up some fucking points.
They can.
They can put up some points with Wentz.
Oh, I see a high-scoring game.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I just think Philadelphia wins it.
I think it's like 42-35.
Yeah. But I think Wentz has enough of those plays where he holds onto the ball way too long and gets decked by Jordan Davis or Jalen Carter or name a defender from the Eagles. Like
fill in the blank.
But he
here,
holds.
yeah.
Do you remember that one against the Cowboys? We're like, throw the ball. And we're saying it this long many times because he had
He
that
had
much
3
time,
reads.
and he watched the man run right at him, and he just fucking took a sack for like an 18-yard loss. Like,
And
the
like-
man doesn't know how to get rid of the ball.
But like post-game, he was like, I didn't fucking see him. He was like, he was right in front of you.
You didn't see the 300-pound, 6'5" man running at you to kill you?
Yeah, hit for a fish you want.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yep.
I don't see color, so.
Jesus.
So Eagles across the board.
There we go.
The Colts go to the Chargers.
This was a nice win today for the Chargers. I won't lie.
Yes, it was.
But the Colts, I feel this might be one of those teams. Sometimes teams just get on a magic run.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not past this season, but for a season.
The Colts defense is nice.
It is.
Yeah, I don't think Ledidi lights it up against the Colts.
So Ledidi hasn't been their main weapon though.
Quentin Johnson has.
Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen, and then Ledidi.
Yeah.
Ledidi was number 1 today, but he's been number 3.
Yeah, they're not going to do it again.
Right.
Yeah.
And Quentin Johnson was like a game time decision. I'm sure he'll be back next week.
Maybe. It was a hamstring, man.
Yeah. But like,
Just be careful with those fucking bands.
Yeah, no shit.
but like their wide receiver core, Omarion Hampton, has just turned into a
Omarion Hampton's out. He's on IR right now.
Oh, he's full
Yeah,
IR.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like the rest of their core,
right,
they're
right.
fucking great.
But
you
I'll
know?
say, but like, it's crazy though, because like, I talked earlier about like the 2 top wide receivers on the Colts, and it's like, yeah, but they're like, one is number 2 and one is number 4.
Yeah.
Like, you could throw to fucking whoever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Team Danny Dimes, give me the Colts.
Yeah.
There is
Everybody eats.
There is a
Yep.
certain amount of strength to have a team where every wide receiver could be the guy for that game.
Yep.
I realize that me being a football fan, I still think that there is a lot to be gained from having a wide receiver that you're like, we need a first down now.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Who do we throw it to?
Everybody
Yeah.
wants that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can create that kind of player in the aggregate
Yep.
in the NFL.
Yeah.
And when you have Pittman and you've got...
Well, that's the thing. Like, you can't tell me that it isn't just because Pittman isn't there this year. He isn't there as the number 1 option.
Yet.
But like, he's still like. If you want a fucking down, you can't tell me that you can't go to Pittman.
Yep.
I agree.
You know?
He's a great receiver to have. He's horrible as a fantasy player.
But I like the Indianapolis defense with Latu and some of those other rushers against this Chargers offense that is still lacking their 2 top 3 offensive tackles.
Yeah.
Top 2 offensive
That's
tackles.
going to hurt them the most. Yep.
They're not going to be back for this week. One of them's out for the season. The other one's on IR because of a high ankle sprain. I'm sorry, that is going to be an issue for the Chargers for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's say Indy.
Colts across the board. Yeah.
Okay.
The game I'm excited about. Giants go to Denver.
Okay,
I already put Denver for all of our picks.
this is a tough one actually because
Fuck you.
no,
Because they just demolished
Hold
the
on,
fucking
Matt.
Eagles.
Matt,
because-
before you take this one,
actually, you know, you're a Giants fan. You go ahead.
I'm going to speak for you because what I think you're going to talk about is that Denver doesn't have a great rushing game, so they're relying downfield, which is what the Giants have a good pass rush defense against, right? Denver hasn't been great about stopping the rush, and the Giants right now are having a great rushing game. While they are light on their downfield targets, they're still figuring out how to make it work with just these short passes and the rush.
Well, and the other thing is, okay, so Asante Samuel takes out a wide receiver on one side of the field, which is Wan'Dale Robinson or whoever at this point for your wide receiver core. No offense to y'all.
Wan'Dale Robinson is the downfield threat.
So it will be absolutely would be the Giants relying on the run game in this. And the problem here is that I think that Sean Payton is going to give those players so much shit for how poorly they played today that Denver is going to show up angry. And the Giants, coming off a very big win against the Eagles, even with extra time preparing to rest, they're still lacking their top 2
Top 2.
or 2 of their top 3 wideouts.
One and 3.
And I just don't. As much as I like the Giants, as much as I love Scatterdat Boo, I don't think they have enough on offense to truly compete at this point with Denver.
First of all, he
because
deserves
Denver's defense.
He deserves his name being pronounced
Cam
correctly.
Scatterboo.
You know that.
Well, I was trying to do the scat thing.
I know, but let's be honest. Sorry, except that it's fun.
Boo Staticam?
He's one of the top running backs this season.
Cat Boomascat?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Scatterboom!
Yeah. The nature
Why is
boy.
that not his nickname yet?
Scatterboom? I mean,
I'm sure there's a t-shirt.
yeah.
But I'm sorry.
You saw when he took his shirt off. I was like,
I love so much what the Giants are doing right now. I love the fact that there are absolute building blocks they need in their team. I love aspects of what they have. I think Brian Daboll at this point has done enough to keep his job for next year, which I think is huge because Jackson Dart and these young quarterbacks, you need to stop firing their head coach after 1 year.
Leave your Chicago Bears shit at the door.
No, it's not just them.
Unless you're gonna
Sam
hire Shane.
Darnold had the same thing. Todd Bowles got fired after his rookie year.
Unless you're going to hire Shane Steichen, and then go ahead and bring,
Oh yeah, that's a little.
if Shane Steichen is knocking on the door, then go ahead and bring him in and fire.
I don't think the Giants have enough ammunition to throw at the Denver defense, and I think that the Denver offense. I think Sean Payton's will be like, guys, what the absolute fuck was that? I think R.J. Harvey, they have to start giving the ball to more. He's got more burst than Dobbins at this point in his career. You got to get the running game going to back up Bo Nix. There's just things that they need to do. And but again, as much as I love what the Giants are doing, and I love how hard they're playing right now, I just don't think they have enough weaponry on offense to hang with what Denver has. And Denver is a playoff team. They were last year, and they are, by record now, they would be in the playoffs.
And they're much better this year than they were last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is the thing. The Giants, I think, if you're looking extrapolating to the future, I love the pieces they have right now and what they can be moving forward. But for next week, I think Denver has too much for the Giants to overcome.
Yeah.
I agree. I also think it's very possible
They could have a bad.
that Scadaboo has like 200 combined yards. Mm-hmm. They're going to lose, but I think he could fucking light it up too.
Make sure you put me down for the Giants on this one, though.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
You mean Peyton Hillis version 2.0?
Yeah.
Oh.
I hope not. Peyton Hillis only had one good year.
I know, but that was such a good fucking year.
I have loved every bit of watching Scadaboo run the ball, especially because you see highlights of like,
Giants.
God,
Yeah.
his goddamn blocks. Oh, his blocks.
but those crazy white running backs of like Tom Rathman with the 49ers and fucking.
It was like once a decade you get a crazy
Peyton
white running
Hillis,
back. Yeah.
Our homeboy from the Bucks, whose name is escaping me right now, and Alstott.
I saw it. Yeah.
And they all wear a version of either 40 or 44 and just run the fuck over people. It is so much fun to watch players like this, the energy they carry. I worry about how long his career will be. Mm-hmm. As you said, it'll be the most beautiful 3 years we've ever seen. Or he could be a Brandon Jacobs that has a 5 or 6 year run of goodness.
Yeah, because his hands look good.
Would you
which
be
helps
upset if
extend
Scadaboo got
longevity,
2
but-
Super Bowl rings?
No.
I'd be more afraid of his ER visits because he ate them.
Nice.
I swallowed it again, Doc.
Nice. I like it.
Not 2 and separate, the same one twice.
That's awesome.
The Packers go to Arizona.
Pretty sure I can fit this right on my nose.
Green Bay.
Is anyone not picking Green Bay?
Green Bay.
No, like
I don't think we need to talk about that one. I'm
no,
sorry.
no. This week, Gannon, the head coach for the Cardinals, was asked about what's the locker room like right now after that really bad loss against Giants. Like, oh, no, it's dope. Everyone's fucking crazy. They're happy.
Wait, did he really say that?
He said it's dope.
I love that sarcasm. That's fantastic.
I don't think he meant it as sarcasm, but sure.
No.
When I saw it, I did hear it as sarcasm.
Okay.
Because, like,
I hope it was, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure it was.
It was said so deadpan, and you don't say dope.
Not when you're his age.
Yeah.
He's our age. Like I say, that's dope.
Well,
Hey, the dinner I cooked was delicious.
I mean, I say dope, but I'm not on TV. Well, I guess I would probably. I'm sure
You're on a podcast right now, sir.
at that level. Let's be honest.
It's dope too.
I heard that as very sarcastic because it's like, what's the attitude in the locker room? It's obviously bad. Like, we're obviously bad. Like,
Are you kidding me? I just apologized for punching a player who fumbled on the one.
right? But you're just like you're so frustrated about what's going on, and they ask you that question.
Those
it's like
dumbass fucking
right.
questions.
We're fucking living it up, baby. Like, oh, fucking.
You know, it's weird.
You know
though,
what?
'cause-
Actually, we're gonna grill some burgers later. Like, have some Coronas. You want to join? Like, no, that's not fucking happening.
You know what?
Come on.
I have the same thought right now about like the post halftime interview things because they always talk to the people that are losing. Like it stands out to me because someone was calling that like the Bears head coach needed to apologize because at the halftime of the after halftime of the Raiders game, the lady interviewing Ben Johnson was like, "You gonna change anything on offense this half?" He's like, "Do you think we need to? We'll be fine."
Love it. Love it.
I don't mind it at all. Like they're asking for something to try to get fucking responses.
Because it's fucking stupid.
And
Especially
he's
at
like,
halftime.
"Oh, I'm sorry.
know?
You who is not in any of our rooms about what we do, what we
Yep.
call plays, how we set up plays. You think we should change things? Yeah, we're not going to. We'll be fine."
Yeah.
I was okay with it.
And it sucks for those sideline reporters because like you try to hit him with a real question and they don't have time for it.
No.
Yeah.
They're trying to get back to the locker
There's
room.
no time.
No.
They shouldn't do it.
So then you hit them with a fluff question, and they're like, why am I answering this?
Yes.
You know? Like,
there's no winning in that spot for the sideline reporter. I don't know why they even do it, because no coach, whether winning or behind, really has any time to think about what you're asking. They'll be like, yeah, haha, we got to do better.
No. So,
see you later.
Someone that's a fan of any athletic competition, if you're the halftime reporter and you have to ask a question, typically to the team that's losing, fucking, what's your favorite dessert? Just fucking, like, give them a fucking respite from that shitty fucking half of football.
You know what? As a child, it was
And, like-
strawberry shortcake, but now tiramisu all the way.
Reset the brain. Like, that'd be fucking amazing.
yeah,
it would
yeah.
be so fucking cool.
creamsicle and rocket pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly,
Ooh.
right?
And orange creamsicle, rocket pop.
And
I'm
it's
saying,
fun for everyone. It
Yeah.
actually helps them mentally reset
Listen,
for the half. Like, you know.
Creamsicle 9 out of 12 months, but like July, August, give me a rocket pop. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I know rocket pop. Especially it's got the bubble gum at the end. Yeah.
Nice. All right, what's our next game?
The commies go to the Cowboys.
This is a tough one.
Give me commies. Give me commies right at the top, because there's nothing that anyone can say that is going to make me say yes, the Cowboys.
Because the Commanders are a much better team.
They are
But
on offense.
But
More. Well, no, they're not better on offense. Their defense is better, even though it's aging, than the Dallas defense. And I think their defense can get enough stops to where their offense, that I think is more. I don't even know how to put it. Like, there's just something like, I feel the Commanders are a stronger team right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is a huge rivalry, which means Dallas. I'm gonna.
that's the
definitely-
thing. That's the wild card.
I will
Yeah.
give them a boxer's chance in this, but I
Yep.
say the Commanders win. But I think it'll be close. This to me is like a 31 to 28 or 30-28 type of game.
Vegas has it 2.5. Washington.
So
Could there-
it's
30-28.
right. I mean, like
Yeah,
they have it.
yeah.
They have it. Oh, and the over under is 53. So there you go, 30-28. Like, you're right there with it. They have it close. I mean, Dallas at home, they're getting that home field advantage, and I think that's
Yeah.
what Vegas is leaning towards. Is that home field advantage gets them an extra.
Well, after
point or
losing
two,
to the
but, like,
Panthers.
But the question also is,
you know what? I'm sorry. I don't think Dallas has it in them to react good or bad to a loss.
So a top.
I'm not convinced that the coaching staff has the ability to be like, the fucking Panthers.
And use that as fuel
Like,
and-
I don't think they have that in them right now.
I think the offensive coaches do. I
Maybe,
think the
maybe.
defensive coordinators are like, guys, we are going to focus on wrapping up on our tackles.
We told
And
you,
one of your nights off, because you don't want extra kids. We're going to turn this into a life lesson because our defense sucks. No, the Dallas defense
Wrap it
is
up, y'all.
atrocious.
Yeah.
Like, I need to look into it to see how bad they are. But I don't know of a team this year that they've held to less than 20. I would need to look through their schedule.
I don't know if they have. But like,
And if you can't hold a team to less than 20, Washington loves to fucking score.
yes. And like a fully healthy Jaden Daniels with that fucking shitty Cowboys secondary, they could destroy them, you know? They held the Bears to 14.
No. They were held to 14.
Oh,
The
they
Bears
were held to
scored
14.
31.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yep.
They gave up 22 to the Jets.
Yep.
The Jets.
Yep. Holy fuck.
This defense is terrible. Gave up 30 points this week, 22 last week, 40 the week before, 31 before that, 37 before that, 24 before that. They're averaging giving up like 30 fucking points a game.
So everyone that plays fantasy football, your starting defense should be whoever the fuck the Cowboys play.
And also, if you have them, start Dak Prescott and George Pickens. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you picking the commies or the Cowboys?
Commies.
All right.
I do think it'll be close. Again, 31-28, 30-27, that kind
I
of
don't
range.
think
but
so. I mean, the Cowboys had that tie, and then the high-scoring Panthers loss. I feel like they're going to give up next week. I feel like it's going to be like fucking 42 to like fucking 13.
Could be.
Like, I really do,
Could
you
be.
know?
Yeah.
I can see a tie.
I mean, their wins are 37-22 against the Jets.
Which is technically plural.
And 40-37 against the Giants.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
In a game where if any other quarterback was starting for the Giants,
Yes.
you would have at least had a throw into
3
the
and
end zone
1,
to a wide receiver at the end of the game.
Right, that last...
Because we were watching that game.
Yes.
That tie.
It literally
yeah.
was like, wait, why did he finish the game that way?
Yes.
Right. Yes.
But still.
Like, this
So I'm
has-
sorry, I cannot pick the Dallas Cowboys.
This has all
Their
the
defense is
markers
too
for a
bad.
fucking blowout.
It could
really
be.
does.
Yeah.
Well,
you know?
especially if Washington loses tomorrow night to the Bears, they will fuck the Cowboys up.
Yeah. I don't think they will, but
I'm just saying, if that happened, the Cowboys will get utterly destroyed by the Commanders.
Yeah,
If the
yeah.
if the Commanders lose tomorrow night.
the Falcons go to San Francisco.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Give me the Falcons, because San Francisco is just a hurting.
I agree. My question is, because, and granted, we whole ass nothing and half ass everything, so we don't know yet. Like, will Brock Purdy be back next week? George Kittle could be back next week, maybe, because IR time will be over. Could they get a couple of other weapons back? Yes, it's possible. But losing Fred Warner, losing Bosa, it's just so much.
Yeah.
There's only so much your defense can handle.
Yeah.
From the top end talent being
Yes.
injured.
And the Falcons are a solid team.
They are. Their defense is good. They run the ball well. If Penix can continue to grow, it will not spell good things for San Francisco. And that's why I also have the road team winning in this one. Atlanta.
Let's be honest, like they just have their offensive weapons are strong. Penix is actually their weak point on offense right now.
Right now.
Because if they had a better quarterback, what the fuck? Like, that's how good that team could be.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm not saying he's bad, he's just inexperienced.
Yes.
Because, like, Bijan is a motherfucking
Yeah.
stud.
And
Yeah.
Algier. For
Yeah.
a second
Yeah.
running back, I would take him as the starter
Like
on the
as your
Bears right
second
now. Are you
Right,
shitting
what the
me?
fuck? Right?
Yeah. Right.
He is an excellent backup running back. He set the Falcons' record for rookie rushing yards. Bijan doesn't own that record. Algier does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, he is a great second running back to have. And then if Penix can play well, which is the biggest issue I've had with starting Drake London in any fantasy league I'm in that I have him.
Because it depends on fucking Penix.
Yes.
Yep.
But if Mooney is back healthy next week and Penix is playing well with Drake London, Kyle Pitts is actually having a surprisingly decent year at tight end.
Penix doesn't have to play well. He has to not make fucking mistakes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if he
Yes.
throws for 200 yards but no INTs, yeah,
They win.
that's a fucking
I say
win.
they win in that
Yep.
because I say if that happens, Bijan Robinson has enough open lanes to run in, and the team wins. And their defense, with the pass rushers they drafted in the draft this past year, which have done well, I think they'll beat San
Because
Francisco.
Bijan literally needs 70 yards on the ground and 40 yards in the air,
Yeah.
right?
He can do that almost with his eyes closed.
That's with his
So
exactly.
are you also picking the Falcons?
Yes. Falcons all the way on that one.
So normally I would also pick the Falcons, but I really think they're going to beat the Bills tomorrow. And I think they're going to have that fucking high and not know what to do with
And
it.
it'll let down.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Did you actually pick them?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're going from a Monday night game to a Sunday night game. That's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
It works. 2 Monday night games. The Bucks at the Lions. Like,
So-
I can't usually stay up late enough to watch a Monday night game, but fuck, I'm gonna watch this one.
that-
I'm not going to lie to you. I originally picked the Lions to win this.
Lions.
And I don't know why I'm doing this. I have no real reason other than I'm on Team Baker right now. He has no wide receivers to throw the ball to. I don't know how they do it. I truly don't. But for some reason, I cannot say no to Tampa Bay winning this game. An NFC Central rematch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm picking it. It's going against everything in my brain as I say it, but my heart is telling me Tampa Bay finds a way to beat Detroit next week. And if they lose tonight, it will be even harder for me to fucking find a reason to say it. But right now, half-assing everything and whole-assing nothing, give me Baker Mayfield and that Tampa Bay team that doesn't back down from anyone.
I like it. I like it.
You know I'm Team Baker. I do think Detroit can pull it out. Detroit,
That's what she said.
Detroit, because it's Detroit at home. And that's the only reason. Like, that being said, just Tampa Bay keeping it so close. It's going to be...
If it comes down to the last 2 minutes and
Oh.
Baker gets the ball
I mean,
at the end,
to be honest, To be honest, listen, 2 minutes with Goff
Meh.
doesn't move the needle for me.
2 minutes with Baker.
2 minutes with Baker. Yep.
I mean, 3 mintes with
Nice.
Baker, that's 2 scores. You know?
Hey-o!
If they need the scores, you know?
Yeah, I like, honestly, I have no brain reason I can give for why I pick the Bucks over the Lions in this. The Lions have more weapons that are healthy right now. Their defense is playing slightly better, I think, than Tampa Bay's, but I don't know what it is. Tampa with Baker and just the we don't give a fuck mentality that Baker
Yeah,
has that team with
yeah.
right now. I love that. And that carries weight in a game and
It
in
does,
a locker
yeah.
room. I believe in this quarterback. You know, I saw a highlight this week. I may have sent it to y'all. It may have been a TikTok video. It was Cleveland saw this and really said, no, we'll go with Deshaun Watson. And it was Baker Mayfield rushing to get a first down, getting tackled out of bounds, penalty flag thrown. He gets hammered and gets right up off the ground, charges onto the field, celebrates the fucking first down, and it's like, yeah, Browns, what the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah, let's move on from that, man.
Like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
in the absolute fuck were you
Yep,
thinking?
Yep. Like,
3 first-round draft picks, give up on your fucking first overall pick
yeah.
to get a guy that allegedly sexually assaulted like 30 fucking people? What were you thinking?
And the crazy part is the fact that you didn't have the ability to look intrinsically. You saw what Deshaun Watson was doing in Texas. He was putting up incredible numbers. What he was doing was a great.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was looking like he could be a great elite quarterback. But instead, you said we see a good quarterback who's playing hard, who's a leader in our locker room, but we want great, so we're going to give up all of this for good.
Yeah.
Yet we've seen how many teams that can succeed with good, but he was more than good. He was a leader. He was good on a bad team. He was a leader.
His first fucking season, he had the entire fucking city pulling for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not because they wanted to win, because they fucking loved him. And, like, you can't fucking draft that. You can't buy that. Like,
He got them a
that
playoff
fucking
win
matters.
over Pittsburgh.
Right?
Yeah.
He took the record for wins in your stadium away from Ben Roethlisberger, who played for another team.
Yep.
One of your rivals, by the
Oh.
way.
I feel so bad for every fucking
I will
Cleveland
never
fan. Yeah.
stop talking shit on Cleveland for having done that trade and cutting him. I'm sorry. Like, every year it looks worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I get it.
Yeah.
Whatever that, yeah.
Players, they're going to have ups and downs in their careers. There's going to be years where they don't play as well. Even Patrick Mahomes has had years where he's not at the level where you expect him to
Like
be.
this year.
Yes.
Last year, too?
Last year,
Baker
too.
Mayfield
Yeah,
played
yeah.
through a fucking torn labrum in his non-throwing shoulder, which, I'm sorry, you cannot do the movements of throwing the ball without using your left shoulder.
Your
Which means
muscles
he's
tend
in-
to work in tandem.
He's in constant pain trying to throw the ball.
Every single throw. Yeah.
Played all those games for you, and then that's when you get rid of him for a piece of shit?
Oh, and by the way, like, that meant that he was out there practicing
Yeah.
and making
He's not
sure that he
resting
was
all
like
week.
every
Yeah.
movement, like
He was
I
adjusting
need
to the pain.
adjusting to the pain.
Yeah.
And you didn't pick Deshaun Watson when he was at his peak in play, and then you found out that he had all these allegations against him. He had the allegations, and you went, let's give him this contract that is so locked up. Let's make it work where he loses less money by backloading it, as he's done. He got paid $1 million his first year. It wasn't like, oh well, you're sorry, but your contract, like, well, we can shift it a little bit, but you're going to lose $25 million this year because you're not playing. No, $1 million.
Yep.
And that's why the dead cap that he has right now means he will still be on the team next year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And you could have had Baker Mayfield, who, oh, by the way, at this point with his statistics, would be your all-time leading passer.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I know that just went off on a fucking complete tangent, but I am so, still to this day, I feel so bad for Browns fans.
But also, Carolina passed on him.
Oh, I know.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Carolina was in dire straits. Like, again,
they were such dire straits that they said, let's trade the best running back in the league.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey. Let's trade DJ Moore.
Yep. Yep.
They're in dire straits because of their management.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. But like,
they had actually inexplicably, against everything that actually makes sense, they had found 2 quarterbacks that have turned out are good in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A running back who is top 3 in the NFL.
Yeah.
A wide receiver who is at least a top 15 wideout in the league. And Matt Rule couldn't coach a decent offense with that?
Yep.
Fuck right off.
So is Eric picking the Bucks or the Lions?
Anyway, sorry. I feel like I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry, but damn it. I feel like Baker Mayfield is, for all the chip on his shoulder and everything else, deserves some defenders still, and that is weird.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Fuck. Anyway, next game.
Monday night. Only one, or the second one. The Texans go to the Seahawks.
I do not want to see how this Texans offensive line does against the Seahawks defense
say,
at all.
So this is crazy.
I'm worried for C.J. Stroud's health.
So yes, Seattle at home for me, obviously. But the Vegas numbers are Seattle by 2.5.
That's it?
With an over-under of 42.5. And I'm like, wait a minute.
So like 23-20?
Right?
I can see that, though.
But I'm a little shocked that, like...
Houston's defense is good.
They are good, but... yeah, I'm struggling with those numbers.
I'm on Team Darnold for this week. Like, Seahawks it is.
I don't see how the Texans could win this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the Vegas spread, because the Texans are a decent
That was
team.
a great catch by Sam Laporta for a touchdown to get the Lions within 4. We'll see about the extra point.
So,
Sorry, folks, we are still watching the KC Lions game.
That is Seattle across the board.
That was a
Oh, look at that foot.
great catch by
Nice.
Laporta.
Nice.
That is a great
What
catch.
the
Oh,
fuck?
How did he do that?
Right.
Oh, with the defender's arm in
Like,
the middle
in
of his.
between, like,
What a catch.
Beautiful.
man.
Some things you just can't defend against.
Yo, it's not fair.
Yeah.
They had Hawkinson, and then they were like, we're going to dump him because Laporta. And we're like, but really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't see Houston beating Seattle.
No,
I
me
just said
neither.
no.
Yeah.
I think Seattle's run game will still suffer this week.
Yeah. I mean,
But
yeah.
I think Seattle's offense finds enough. I think Seattle's defense really comes through against Houston. Houston looked good against the Ravens. The Ravens' defensive line and their defense and their pass rush
They're
has
so
been trash
porous right now.
I don't see
Yeah.
Seattle doing anything
But
close
at
to
the
that.
same time, you say that about Seattle's run game, but, like, they do have the best 1-2 punch. Like, which one of their running backs is
Yeah.
going to,
Oh no!
Which
As a
one of
Bears
them is
fan,
gonna
once again,
thrive?
I would take Walker
Oh, yeah.
or Charbonnet as our starting running back today.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, I think
Okay.
most teams would.
Yeah.
There's the Broncos probably would.
Oh,
So-
I
so-
fucking love either one of them.
The
Yeah.
fact that
Yep.
they can just swap running backs any fucking play, and it's
Yep.
like, and there's a fresh one at all times.
Yeah.
And they can both catch and they can both pass block. Yeah. And JSN.
Gonna tire them out.
It is weird. Like, they're both very fucking similar. They both have very different running styles.
Yes.
Which is fucking amazing. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
Seattle. Yeah, across the board. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to give one just the best this week.
Ooh.
I read about this one before the games started today, but I thought it was awesome. Josh Hines Allen, a defensive end for the Jaguars. Last year's 8-year-old son Wesley was diagnosed with leukemia. Now in remission, was an honorary captain today.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Ooh, yes. All right. All
And
right.
I like that.
Every once in a while, the NFL does something right.
Love it.
yeah.
They may have lost, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Good on that kid.
Hell yeah.
Sorry you had to go through that. That fucking sucks.
Yes, it does.
All right. That being said, any last thoughts on this week's games before we let everyone go and we continue watching the KC Detroit?
This was a fantastic slate of games. Teams that should have been blown out that kept it close.
Absolutely.
This was great football. And this is that time of year where coaching, watching tape, those types of things start, like, popping up.
Yep.
And that's exactly what you want to see, is clearly seeing those game tapes catching up and the games when you think they're going to be blowouts, getting competitive. Teams like the Panthers pulling out a great win. The Saints still losing, but fighting, scrapping. Cardinals, I thought they had no fight in them. They did nothing but fight.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Against a
This
really
week
good Colts team.
Was great football. And we're all sporting our koozies, and that never hurts. So,
Would you have thought for a moment last week that the biggest victory of the week would be the Giants over the Eagles?
I mean, okay. I
Had
did
he
pick,
hoped?
Hold
Yes.
on. Did I hope, Brian? I sure did. Did I pick the Giants?
Like-
I sure did.
You did? You did? Yeah.
That was a strong want.
Is he Eric who roof against?
No, but like after the Broncos
I
beat
picked
the
against the
Eagles,
Eric loves to pick against his team.
I felt so
Yeah,
bad for your
loved
Giants. I was like, oh, they just lost to the Broncos. They're gonna fucking demolish them. Like there was no fucking chance. Fucking Giants. Fuck yes, you know.
They're
You
definitely
never know
missing
what's gonna happen.
parity in the NFL. Certainly seems to be a thing again.
I
There are
love it.
teams that are very good, but
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like
Oh,
even
yeah.
the Buccaneers, who are number one in the NFC right now, until today, as you already pointed
Right,
out, every one of their games before today, they took the lead in the last 60 seconds to win those games.
Yep.
But you know what? That's how you have to win games in the NFL.
Yep.
They're not all going to be blowouts. You're going to have to finish the game. You're going to have to fucking find a way at the end to score the points, to take the lead, to take the win. And it's the teams that can do that that do well.
That's-
KC last year did it very well.
We've talked about so team culture. I love talking about team culture, and a lot of that is like KC, because they've had a winning mentality. To them, being down doesn't matter. They have a winning mentality, and that's let them thrive. Detroit came up from nothing, found themselves, and worked themselves into this winning team. They still have that, like they actually have like a loser's mentality of we'll never give up. Like I think they're still there. While they're winning, they're still coming from the other direction. In a positive way, right? That's what the Bucks have right now. Like
Yeah,
teams like
yeah.
that, you gotta love. You gotta love that, 100%.
They called a roughing the passer on Hutchinson here. I just want to see what it looks like. Yeah, he hit him way too late.
There's not even a ball in the frame.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Come on,
you
Aiden,
can't
get
do
your
that,
shit
Aiden.
together.
Come on now. Even Patrick Mahomes was like, dude, you really thought you could get away with that?
He's like, fuck it.
What the hell, man?
I'll take the yards.
Oh, he was.
Thanks for the 15.
They cut it off. He was about to say what the fuck. You can tell. You saw the what the, and then they cut the frame.
Okay, no, but against him specifically, I'm okay with that.
So,
Because that motherfucker does the fake slide thing every other fucking week.
Oh, yeah, he
you
does.
know? Fuck him, yeah.
when you talk about the what they've built, like I hope, like what they've done in Detroit is what I hope Ben Johnson does
Oh, yeah,
in Chicago.
yeah.
Truly, who knows if he came with Campbell, but god damn, Campbell has fucking built a goddamn program there.
Hell yeah. Hell
It's
yeah.
impressive.
I love that we're almost halfway, and like, we still don't fucking know.
No.
It's
No,
great.
yeah,
It's great.
Like, I
Like,
don't want to.
I didn't think by this week there being no unbeaten teams. You know?
No.
Like, holy shit.
We don't-
I didn't think there'd be a winless team either, though.
We don't have the time to go
Poor
through.
Jets fans.
We don't have the time to go through a relook of our playoffs.
Oh, we're gonna have to do that, and our players.
Oh, we
awards.
will.
We
will
will.
I think
Well,
halfway through
yeah.
the season will be a
That'd
little better time.
but like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe in another week or two, we jump on your podcast, Matt, and we give a relook at you know what this playoffs could look like from right now.
Absolutely.
Because
Well,
like
that'll be a lot of fun.
I
Usually
did
we
say,
wait a little bit, but-
you know, a month or two ago, that the Broncos take the AFC West. So, you know.
It's in the running. It's in the running.
They're currently in first place.
Sure
you
are,
know?
sure are.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a look at that. That'll be fun. All right. Any last thoughts before we go?
Fun stuff. Watch out for alleys with Mark Sanchez.
Oh, that's not fun. Watch out for Alex and Mark Sanchez. That's legitimate. Yeah, I cannot wait to find out what happens tomorrow night while I'm at work. I'll be recording the Bears game and watching it when I get home. It is what it is. I work nights at the hospital. What do you got to do? All right. Well, thank you very much for listening. If you are listening at someone's house or just on YouTube for some reason and you want to hear more of us, we are on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify at Half the Distance Live. Also, if you enjoy listening to my voice, but not everyone else's, and you want us to hear a little extra, we have Straight Facts Homie, not the Troy Wingo version.
The original.
The original, the OG.
Yeah.
That is also available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this week's games. Enjoy the rest of tonight's game. Enjoy the 2 games tomorrow night. We'll talk to y'all next Sunday. Fuck, I love football season.
Oh, yeah.
So much fun. Y'all have a wonderful week. Thank you for listening.